run. Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Sign my deal, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art, I'm jumping out just a familiar coordinates. Topped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trick, the ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side, born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real all in my blood supply. Dig ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. If I say it twice, then I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. You know, co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking, all right? So shout out to everybody who is in the building early. It's good to see each and every one of you. If you can hear me okay and everything looks and sounds good on the screen, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me or things are looking kind of bad, sounding kind of bad, give me a thumbs down or an angry face, all right? While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who's in the building early, all right? Shout out to Carlton Way. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to Mod Extraordinaire, Brooklyn Queen. What's good with it, Brooklyn Queen? Shout out to my man AB Promotions. Look at my man Fomo Saki trying to be a mod extraordinaire. Okay, AB. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to OG DJ Elmo. What's good with it, bro? Good to see you as always. All right. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. It's going to turn into a super stream. All right. So if y'all down for the super stream, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all, throw some flames in the chat. It's going to end up being a super stream, because there's a lot of stuff going on, man. And it's other streams that I want to do too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a chance to do them if I try to get everything done on this one, though, because my time is running out. You know what I'm saying? My time is running out before you guys don't hear from me for a little bit. Maybe just here or there, you know what I'm saying, for about 6 or 7 days. So we got to try to get it in. You know what I'm saying? Like Laura Ingraham said when she was talking to Ted Cruz, got to get it in. You know what I'm saying? So Bitcoin striketh down upon the haters with a God candle. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin strucketh downeth uponeth the haters with a God candle. You know what I'm saying? How many people got a chance to witness the God candle? The haters was strucketh down uponeth. You know what I'm saying? They were sitting there looking like that dude at the end of Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know what I'm saying? Eyeballs melting, coming all out their head. Hat melting in on the skull. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Emperor Rex. What's good with it? The God candle strucketh. You know what I'm saying? It strucketh yesterday and elevated Bitcoin to a new ATH. You know what I'm saying? A new all-time high. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Now, yeah, they had Carlton's crypto wallet was up there doing the Holy Ghost dance. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin struck down upon the haters. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin struck down upon the haters like this.
Turn this bitch up.
Swing the remix God.
I'll tear this bitch up. Turn this bitch up. I will. Turn this bitch up. I will. Turn this bitch up. I'll tear this bitch up.
She just got the wrong color apron on. If she had a green apron on, we'd be in there. Right? If she had the green apron on, we'd be in there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that apron trip is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Trump got the apron on. She got the apron on. The apron trip is crazy. You know what I'm saying? We might have to put some 1MLG aprons in the in the merch store. What y'all think about that? Oh, man. Yeah, so the God candle happened, right? So the God candle brings up some interesting dynamics. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about those God candle dynamics in a little bit. All right. But the first thing that we're going to talk about is this. All right. Analysts say altcoins close to entering quote unquote hype cycle that may trigger rallies over coming weeks. How many people saw Crow with Knife today? Crow with Knife decided to do something today. You know what I'm saying? Crow with Knife decided to do something today. Open custody coin or open custody token is up like 68%. Solana still doing pretty good. It's holding up above 250,000. XRP, you know, you're getting what you get with XRP, right? Everything is doing a lot better than it did yesterday. So that's a good thing, right? A closely followed analyst who nailed the pre-halving Bitcoin correction last year thinks altcoins are close to igniting big rallies and outperforming Bitcoin. Now, this is going to be interesting because, you know, Bitcoin is kind of on its own thing. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin is kind of on its own mission, right? And Bitcoin kind of has some very tall tasks in front of it, right? Oh, VeThor was shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Who saw VeThor today? If I'm not mistaken, I think VeThor went up like 170%. If you guys saw how much VeThor went up, somebody let me know what's the live price right now or the live percentage increase right now on VeThor. Somebody let me know. Shout out to Carlton Wade. Carlton Wade said open custody sounds like child support payments. That's hilarious. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John Guillory. John posted it in the Discord. That's what's good. That's what's good. Yeah, VeThor went wild today. How many of y'all got any? I don't have any VeThor. I need to get some. I definitely ain't buying none today. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna definitely keep an eye on it. Who got VeThor? If you got VeThor, you know what I'm saying, give me a thumbs up in the chat. If you don't have any VeThor, then give me a thumbs down. VeThor would definitely be something to take a look at. Now, you know it ain't gonna go up again 68%. So, you know what I'm saying? People trying to catch that tailwind. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Pseudonymous analyst Rect Capital tells his 531 followers on the social media platform X that the altcoin market is at a stage where it is being overlooked by most traders. But the trader notes that the prevailing bearish sentiment is setting the stage for altcoins to ignite upside bursts, leaving many traders on the sidelines. February has been a strong month for altcoins in both 2023 and 2024. Could altcoins enjoy a strong February for the third year in a row? If so, altcoins could be close to their lowest hype areas before preceding upsides over the coming weeks. All right, so here's these cycles that he has, right? Now, this looks like a sine wave from trigonometry class. Shout out to Eric Jenkins with the price. Quarter one. Now, if you look at the cycles, right, quarter one is down here. Then it increases up. Quarter two dips down there. Quarter three dips down there. Quarter four dips down there. So it's January to January. All right. So this looks like about the middle of January, which we probably not here anymore. We probably at the over by this corner, right? Since it's the 24th, because this would be the 15th or 16th, right? So what they're saying is we're currently at the floor of where a potential rally could come based on this highest hype. You see the red part of the graph? So that's interesting, because if we're at the floors of the hype right now, and that sets up an upsided boost, you know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, it's up 227%. Wow. VThor is one of those AI tokens that we talked about during the AI segment, isn't it? Look at Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen got some VThor. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Throw some flames, some radiation emojis, some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen got some VThor. You know what I'm saying? That's what's good. That's what's good. That's what's really good. Yeah, man. We have to catch the next one on VThor. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to catch the next one on VThor. You know what I'm saying? Based on the trader's chart, he seems to suggest that altcoins are presenting prime entry opportunities for investors before alts top out in April. So according to this trader here, the expected maximum price period for these altcoins is going to be in April. So people could set up hold, buy, sell rations right now. You know what I'm saying? People could set up some hold, buy, sell rations right now. Wouldn't be a bad idea if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Looking at Solana, the trader believes that Solana is in the process of flipping a strong resistance level into support after closing the previous trade week at around 252. Solana has managed to not only reclaim its reaccumulation range, but also break out from it. On the cusp of fully confirming a breakout from its reaccumulation range, just needs a weekly close above $250, followed by a possible post-breakout retest. All right. So here's the chart for Solana right here. All right. This candle is nice. This puts us at around, looks like about $300 for Solana at the top of this candle. The wick is what they call it. You know what I'm saying? At the time of writing, Solana is trading for $260. What's the current price of Solana? Anybody know? Somebody throw the current. Oh, here we go, right here. $253. Interestingly, that's exactly what $252. Almost the exact same number that they talked about over here. So these daily closes of 253 are good. I don't think I saw this article, but this is interesting right here. Bitcoin could collapse before sparking a 119% rally, according to analysts who called 2021 market meltdown. Well, let me tell you guys something. If Bitcoin decides to be generous to us and collapse, what are you all's plans for a Bitcoin collapse? One of the first things I'm about to do is throw a party, right? I'm going to sell off a little bit of my peppy, throw a party, right? And then we finna do what? Now, I got a graphic visual for everybody. And you all might recognize this graphic visual, and you might not. I'm going to ask you guys a question. As you watch this, what do you guys think of when you see it? What do you guys think of when you see this visual? And if anybody knows where, well, good old YouTube, of course, you know what I'm saying? They give away all the answers, right? But What do you guys notice here? What is this? Explain to me what's happening right here. Where are we and what's going on? I gotta quote unquote add commentary. You know what I'm saying? So YouTube doesn't jump the gun and just take my stream down like they did the other day. Hey, that would hey, that wouldn't be a world market cap, is it? That wouldn't be a world market cap. To revalue some stuff.
It's unicorn.
It's Bitcoin. Gold market cap just fell right in. I think that this is an excellent representation of what Bitcoin is doing right now. It's equipped with God candles. So, yeah, Satoshis are going to $1 million, right? How many people agree that Satoshis are going to $1 million? If you guys agree, Satoshis are going to $1 million, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Let's take a look at the dollar to Satoshi pair, shall we? Now, this is from Kraken's website, and I think that Kraken actually did a really good job of explaining some things about Bitcoin. This explanation that they have here on the Kraken website is a good tool for debunking a lot of monolith talking points and a lot of idiot talking points about Bitcoin. All right. So let's actually get into this. You guys see this right here, right? A US dollar is worth 0.000094 of a Bitcoin currently with the current pricing, right? This is also equal to 944 Satoshi. $1 will get you 944 Satoshi. How many people at some point believe that a Satoshi will equal $1? If you believe that a Satoshi will equal $1, give me a thumbs up. If you don't believe that a Satoshi will ever equal $1, then give me a thumbs down. Will a Satoshi at some point equal $1? Somebody let me know. All right. $1 currently will buy you 944 Satoshis. Now, how many people cannot afford 944 Satoshis? Now, if you read right here, it says how to buy Satoshis, Bitcoins, right? Kraken makes it easy to stack sats and accumulate small amounts of Bitcoin. All right. So if you can accumulate small amounts of Bitcoin, that takes away the I can't afford it argument, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Convert Satoshi to US dollar. Looking to convert Satoshis to US dollar? Yes, because we're going to start measuring things in Satoshi and see how the Satoshi appreciates against the dollar, right? Want to see how many sats you can stack with your dollars? Use our currency converter to view the current Satoshi to US dollar price, Satoshi to Bitcoin, or see how many Satoshis your Bitcoin is worth. Now, what is a Satoshi? All right, this is what people need to start paying attention to. Why? Because all the Bitcoin is sold out. It's gone. If you don't have 0.01 of a Bitcoin currently, hopefully you got some. But for the most part, listen, we are now. This is the consequence of a God candle. See, this is $1. That's a God candle. A God candle creates a $1,000 increase in price. 1%. A 10% is $10,000. So the actual God candle, that's the actual God candle. Every God candle, the lowest God candle, $10,000 is 9,437,613 Satoshis. Every God candle while Bitcoin is $100,000, is 0.09 of a Bitcoin. That's wild at the current prices. That's wild. Would you guys agree? If you guys would agree, that's pretty wild. Give me a thumbs up. If y'all would disagree, then give me a thumbs down. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right? So every time there's a candle wick of $10,000, which we saw a God candle print, right, is increasing 9,437,613 Satoshis in every minimum God candle, 0.09 of a Bitcoin at the current price, right? That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. Now, what is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is the smallest monetary unit of a Bitcoin. Now, here go the Bitcoin white paper that people should pay attention to, right? I'm gonna put this link to the Bitcoin white paper in the Discord. All right. People should read it. You know what I'm saying? Similar to how $1 US consists of multiple cents, one Bitcoin is made up of multiple sats. Each Bitcoin in circulation is divisible up to 8 decimal places. That means that one Satoshi equals 0.000000001 Bitcoin. All right. Or one Bitcoin equals 100 million Satoshis. All right. We talked about this yesterday and did some Satoshi math yesterday. So again, remember each of these Satoshis, $21 million, right? You can look at this table right here. Okay. As Bitcoin has grown in popularity over the years, so too has the Bitcoin price. Thankfully, Nakamoto was prepared for this. They included Satoshi units so that people could still purchase small amounts of Bitcoin, no matter how high its price rose. Now, let me ask you guys this question. At what point do you all think that Bitcoin will no longer be listed? That Bitcoin will no longer be listed on the exchanges, and the exchanges will only list Satoshi. Shout out to John Guillory. John Guillory said Tectonic is on the move. It's up 10%. Another one of our tokens that we watch, right? Shout out to Tectonic. That's what's good. Up 10% is really good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I appreciate you, Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen for funding the organization. Definitely appreciate it, Brooklyn Queen.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Make sure you guys throw some targets, radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen. And shout out for Brooklyn Queen for running it back. You know what I'm saying? Hitting us with the again. Definitely appreciate it, Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. So we 2 out of 5. We got a small goal today. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we hit it. All right. As soon as my there we go. All right, here we go.
Again! How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Definitely appreciate it, Brooklyn Queen. All right, so look at this chart right here. All right, check out this conversion table to see the conversion between Sats and Bitcoin. All right, so Satoshi, right? This is the smallest units of Satoshis going to large units of Satoshi. The largest unit of Satoshi is equal to 1 Bitcoin, going down to the smallest unit of Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin with a decimal point and 7 zeros in front of it. Or actually, 7 zeros in front of it, right? Because the 1 takes up the 8th decimal place. All right. Use the Satoshi to the US dollar converter tool. Hold on real quick. See, this is what we got going on here. To calculate how many Satoshis are in your US dollar balance or how much US dollar your Satoshis are worth. You can also calculate Satoshi to Bitcoin using our converter tool. And like I said, you should never compare your cryptocurrency against dollars. You should always only compare your cryptocurrency against Bitcoin, if you ask me. Shout out to DSA. What's good with it, bro? All right. So here's some other denominations. You got Bitcoin, which is equal to 0.01. Why? Because that's 1/10. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Centi Bitcoin equivalent to why? Because that's 100th. The milli Bitcoin, because that's equivalent to what? Let me see, 10th, 100th, 1000th. All right. And then micro Bitcoin is equivalent to 10th, 100th, 1000th, 10,000, 100,000th, millionth. Okay. So, you know, for the most part, Bitcoin is using the metric system. You know what I'm saying? It's using base 10, it's using logarithm, natural logarithm. You know what I'm saying? Only the United States doesn't use the metric system. This will probably come natural to people that are not in the United States, but the United States uses imperial system of measurement, not metric system. Let me ask you guys this question. Why does the United States use the imperial system? And let me ask you guys this. What are the measurements of the imperial system based on? Let me know. Here's some useful Satoshi resources, all right? So you guys, I'm going to put this link, like I said, in the chat. But from here on out, if you ask me, I don't think it would be a bad idea to pay attention to the appreciation of Satoshis against the US dollar, right? To get a more accurate picture of what's actually going on and how the dollar is comparing to Satoshis. Now, the thing is that a Satoshi is appreciating against the dollar at the exact same rate that a Bitcoin is appreciating against the dollar, because the Satoshi is part of a Bitcoin, right? But it'll be interesting just to see it. It'll be interesting just to see it. So there was more executive orders that were signed today. How many people heard about the quote unquote birthright citizenship thing? If you guys heard about the birthright citizenship thing, give me a thumbs up. If you guys did not hear about the birthright citizenship thing, then give me a thumbs down. If I get a chance, if I'm able to get this done, which I don't know if I will, we're going to talk about that on Undocumented. Yeah, there you go. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen says, AI overview. The imperial system of measurement is based on Roman, Celtic, Anglo-Saxon, and other local units of measurement from the Middle Ages. So that's every time you say an inch, for the most part, an inch is from the end of your finger to your first knuckle, right? To the first joint on your finger. A foot is an actual foot, right? All of these imperial measurements are based on body parts of Europeans. Okay. The metric system is based on math. The metric system is based on decimal places, base 10. All right. So that's just something to keep in mind. That's just something to keep in mind when white people get upset when somebody mentions quote unquote issues with math and they try to laugh it off and talk about something that's completely unrelated. Okay. Because who actually uses standard, or who actually uses empirical system? Who actually cares about the size of the king's finger to his first knuckle? Who cares? How is that? What is that universally measuring? Can you take that somewhere else and measure it? No. Base 10 is standard to mathematics and the number system. That can be used anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Detroit 313. What's good with it, bro? So empirical measuring system is nonsense. You know, especially, you know, I don't know why them people would use body parts for measuring. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to just leave that there. Shout out to Carlton. Now that's a for real strange flex.
Today, Bitcoin pulls back after hitting a new record during President Trump's inauguration. The SEC announces a new crypto task force to develop crypto regulation. And Austin King, CEO of Omni Labs, reacts to the latest price moves, plus what's next for crypto adoption and legislation. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Tanaya McKeel. Crypto markets in the red this morning to kick off the first week of Trump's second presidency. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin slid 1.5%, shy of $105,000, but did hit a record high of $109,000 on Inauguration Day.
Now, they made sure to hurry up and get the lowest prices that they could get and report these in the news. Anybody want to throw some updated prices in the chat for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana? Be my guest. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please do me that favor and hit that bell. Also, if you haven't shared the stream to your social media, share the stream to your social media, share it to your groups. If you know anybody else who's interested in cryptocurrency or cryptocurrency conversations, make sure you guys share it to them as well. Hold on.
Day. Ether fell nearly 2% to 33.12, and Solana fell by nearly 5% after President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump each launched meme coins on the Solana blockchain this weekend.
AW1, what's good with it, bro?
We'll talk all about those tokens in just a moment. Real quick, though, crypto-focused stocks are underperforming the S&P 500 this morning as of noon.
All right, we're going to be talking about these later. Like I said, this is a long stream. All right, so get your notepad, get your pen, get your phone so you can drop some alerts. All right, we got Coinbase, Mara Holdings, MicroStrategies, Clean Spark, Riot, and then we got the index, the S&P 500. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Does everybody have these on their watch list? Coinbase, Mara Holdings, MicroStrategies, Clean Spark, and Riot? If you guys got those on your watch list, give me a thumbs up in the chat. If you don't have those on the watch list, then give me a thumbs down. You know, if you watch the channel, I don't know why you wouldn't have those on the list. You probably want to do that. Of course, we'll talk about them again, but you want to be taking a look at them on your own too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, John Guillory. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all show John Guillory some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for John Guillory. And some rocket ships and some dogs and cats. All right. John Guillory said, "What's good, Rob? I want to give a shout out to the lift. The lift. Paying attention to things that don't matter, like who went to the crypto ball or the salute Elon did, or anything else that doesn't give us power. Bro, I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. They paying attention to the crypto ball, but they're not paying attention to them dropping the ball on crypto. Make it make sense. Let me ask you this. How many of y'all think that they actually paid them in crypto, and that's probably why they went and performed there? You know what I'm saying? Could that could be a thought, right? That could be a thought. Hold on real quick. I swear. I hate this doggone thing. All right, there we go. Yeah, man. Shout out to John for funding the organization. Make sure y'all show John some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for John for funding the organization. And look at that. We only need one more, man, and we hit the goal. You know what I'm saying?
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching times.
In Springfield, they're eating.
So don't push me. Ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the. Said it was some Haitians somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me where my cat is, cough it up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit. Hey, Mr. Pity. Gone overseas where they said Hello Kitty. But it ain't there, it's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing and where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took with that? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
Hey, shout out to John Guillory. I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to John. John said had to hit that buzzer beater. Hey, that's what's good. And I'll tell you what, if I'm able to, if I am able to do those other streams that I want to do on undocumented for sure, hitting the goal over here, even though there will be a goal up on undocumented, it counts for over there too. So, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, it'd be like you already hit the goal. So shout out to John. Make sure y'all show John some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for John for funding the organization. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching dimes.
Hey, look, hey, when Bitcoin start doing them God candles on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying? We just be able to get like we only have to get like 1% of a candle. You know what I'm saying? And that's the money for the day. You know what I'm saying?
Coinbase slid 1.5%. MicroStrategy fell 2.6% following the announcement of a $1 billion Bitcoin acquisition. Riot and Mara Holdings each dropped more than 4%, and CleanSpark lost more than 7.5%. Okay, let's dive right into the top crypto stories around Trump, starting with those meme coins. The new president spurred a frenzy on Friday evening when he announced the launch of Trump coin. Trading exploded, with the coin hitting a high of $73.43 on Sunday. At a point, its market cap had passed $14 billion, at the time valuing the asset higher than other meme tokens like Pepe and Shiba Inu. What caught a lot of the crypto community's attention about Trump's coin was the tokenomics, as 80% of the tokens are reserved for insiders. Then came Melania coin, also hitting the market ahead of the president's inauguration. The explosion in trading around these meme coins also raised questions about the family's net worth, which surged by billions of dollars and highlighted just how unregulated the space is.
All right, bro. Yo, we appreciate you, man. Get you some sleep. You know what I'm saying? Go, you know what I'm saying? Get rested up so you can work and get the money for them Bitcoins. Get on that paper chase.
Now, as of noon today, the market cap of Trump coin sat around $7.7 billion, according to CoinGecko. It was trading around $39. Melania coin didn't get as much traction, and by noon, it was trading under $4, with a market cap of around $600 million, according to CoinGecko. That being said, watch the space, because Rex Shares and Osprey have filed to launch a Trump coin. Labs reacts to the latest price moves.
Oh, man, hold on real quick. Look, Melania messed up Carlton's meme coin, and Carlton done messed up my stream. Oh man, look, hey, Melania messed up the meme. I don't know why they did that, bro. Like I was trying to figure it out while we was talking about it the other day. Like, it's just kind of weird how that went down, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is.
And 43 cents on Sunday. At a point, its market cap had passed $14 billion, at the time valuing the asset higher than other meme tokens like Pepe and Shiba Inu. What caught a lot of the crypto community's attention about Trump's coin was the tokenomics, as 80% of the tokens are reserved for insiders. Then came Melania coin.
Now, I got this is something that you should pay attention to, right? I mean, like, that's a valid concern. You know what I'm saying? From a lot of cryptocurrency people, that 80% of the tokens are reserved for insiders. You know what I'm saying? Those 80% of the tokens could become unlocked at some point and, you know, drastically rug the price. So that's definitely a legit concern. So my question for you guys is, why are so many locked for insiders? Why are so many locked for insiders? That's a good question. That's a legit question. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. If you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. We got 15 live, 15 likes. You know what that means. We're on the 1-to-1 ratio. Throw them 100s in the chat, and let's try to get the likes to 30. All right? Let's try to get the likes to 30.
Also hitting the market ahead of the president's inauguration. The explosion in trading around these meme coins also raised questions about the family's net worth, which surged by billions of dollars and highlighted just how unregulated the space is. Now, as of noon today, the market cap of Trump coin sat around $7.7 billion, according to CoinGecko. It was trading around $39. Melania coin didn't get as much traction, and by noon, it was trading under $4.
Shout out to Cameron. What's good with it, bro?
$600 million, according to CoinGecko. That being said, watch the space, because Rex Shares and Osprey have filed to launch a Trump coin ETF and a few other meme coin funds while they're at it, like Bonk and Doge. Next, while Trump signed dozens of executive orders in the first hours of his presidency, none so far have focused on crypto or a U.S. Bitcoin stockpile. The focus has instead been around immigration, the U.S. energy supply, and the looming TikTok ban. Now, we do have some developments from...
Now, we're going to talk about this hopefully we get to it, right? Because it's a lot of stuff that I want to get to. How many people heard about this national emergency declaration on energy? If you guys heard about that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys did not hear about that, give me a thumbs down. Now, when you hear about this quote unquote national emergency on energy, Trump said that one of the reasons why he declared the national emergency on energy is to quote unquote decrease the energy price. Now, if you hear about decreased energy prices, my question is, where do you see potential profits at when it comes to decreased energy prices? Let me know.
Agencies working closely with digital assets. SEC Commissioner Mark Uyeda has been named acting chair of the agency after Gary Gensler's departure, and as we await the Senate's vote on Trump's pick for Commissioner Paul Atkins. Just today, Uyeda launched a crypto task force under the agency that's being led by Commissioner Hester Peirce, who's seen as a longtime ally by the crypto industry. The SEC says the task force will work with Commission staff and the public to set a regulatory path while remaining in bounds of the law. Specifically, the
now you see, this is what I'm saying about how the idea is to hit the uncharted territories, and then once you capitalize on the uncharted territories, make laws so that other people can't do what you did. Do you guys notice the timing? Trump did this meme coin thing before any crypto regulation has occurred. Do you think that timing is accidental? If you think that timing is accidental, give me a thumbs up. If you think that it's not accidental, then give me a thumbs down. I don't think that it's an accident. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's strategy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 say hungry as hell. What you trying to eat, bro? Some cats and dogs?
agency says that includes helping the commission draw clear regulatory lines and provide realistic paths to registration. As for the CFTC, Republican Commissioner Caroline Pham will act as chair in Rostin Benham's place as that agency awaits a nomination from Trump. Another area the crypto community had its eyes on was whether Trump would deliver on his campaign promise to free Ross Ulbricht on day one. He's the creator of the dark web marketplace Silk Road and is currently serving a life sentence for charges related to the operation of that site. No pardon has been issued by the president yet. Elon Musk assured on X that Ross will be freed. Finally, let's take a look at some reactions from industry leaders this morning. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong spoke to CNBC at the World Economic Forum and said he wasn't too worried that crypto wasn't a focus on the first round of executive orders. He also laid out the kind of action he'd like to see from the president.
The first one would be just directing the agencies of the U.S. government to collaborate and work toward getting some clear rules passed. That's what would really allow capital to flow into the United States and for startups to be built there. I think just re-articulating some of these Bill of Rights, if you will, that people have the right to self-custodial wallets and the right to own Bitcoin without being persecuted or being debanked. That was a big issue in the past 4 years as well. Operation Choke Point 2.0, so-called.
Finance CEO Richard Teng also spoke with CNBC Europe.
So do you guys remember when I talked about Operation Choke Point 2.0? I asked people, had they heard about Operation Choke Point 2.0? You guys remember that? So as you guys can see, it's brought up again here. Now, I'm going to ask you guys in the comment section, what is Operation Choke Point 2.0 and what happened within Operation Choke Point 2.0?
He also laid out the kind of action he'd like to see from the president.
The first one would be just directing the agencies of the U.S. government to collaborate and work toward getting some clear rules passed. That's what would really allow capital to flow into the United States and for startups to be built there. I think just re-articulating some of these Bill of Rights, if you will, that people have the right to self-custodial wallets and the right to own Bitcoin without being persecuted or being debanked. That was a big issue in the past 4 years as well. Operation Choke Point 2.0, so-called.
Finance CEO Richard Teng also spoke with CNBC Europe and expressed his belief that much clearer regulation in the U.S. is coming this year. NASDAQ CEO Adina Friedman also joined from Davos this morning to share her regulatory outlook as it pertains to crypto.
As we think about the regulatory landscape that could come, I mean, what is actually quite encouraging is the idea of going from an enforcement regime around crypto to a regulatory, let's actually write proactive rules that gives everyone an understanding of the rules of the road. And if there is clarity in regulation, it allows regulated markets like ours. We've talked about this before. We like operating in regulated markets. Right. If there is clarity in regulation, it allows us to assess what does that mean for us as an operator of markets as well. But let's see how the regulation comes out.
All right, for our main story, let's get a check on what all this means for crypto markets and regulation. I spoke with Austin King, CEO of Omni Labs, to get his take. All right, Austin, thank you so much for joining us on Crypto World today. Let's start with a broad look at markets. Bitcoin hit an all-time high yesterday as Trump was inaugurated. It is down today. Ether is also pulling back this morning. What do you make of how the crypto industry and how investors are reacting to Trump's return to the White House, and whether the pullback has anything to do with the lack of executive orders we saw in crypto yesterday through last night?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think at large, the industry is euphoric. There's never been a U.S. administration that has been pro-crypto, and Trump has made it exceedingly clear that he is a fan of cryptocurrency and like blockchain technology at this point. And so what I think we're seeing in the market right now is a pretty classic like buy the rumor, sell the news type event where now that he's in office, we hit an all-time high. That's really exciting. But yeah, markets are something a little bit. I don't think it shows anything structurally. But yeah, I did see some people on Twitter being a little upset that they didn't see anything with executive orders around crypto. But in my opinion, that's actually a good thing. I think we should move forward with like a.
Now, do you guys remember how when we were talking about this yesterday, before YouTube decided to cut my stream, we were talking about how it's interesting how the market didn't technically react to cryptocurrency and Trump not writing any executive orders on day one. Do you guys think that most of the investors knew that there wouldn't be any day one legislation? If you guys think so, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, then give me a thumbs down. And make sure you guys throw some twos in the chat. Shout out to the 2 people who decided to unsubscribe from the channel. I think more people should unsubscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Like the numbers don't match up. And the people that have subscribed to my channel are going to have my channel looking like I buy bots. You know what I'm saying? If you don't watch the content, if you don't like the content, go away. You know what I'm saying? Get my channel back to where it can actually grow again because it's not looking over ratioed. Go away. Hit the bell 3 times. You know what I'm saying? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
Stable perspective on the policy front and not want to whiplash anything, but really have our sights centered on like getting productive policy in place for this industry.
Shout out to Cameron.
And we're talking about prices in large cap crypto, but there is this whole other part of the market, and we had some news from Trump over the weekend. This Trump coin, which gathered a lot of attention, it did also have a wave of info.
Now let's ask this question, right? If Bitcoin is a scam, why was the United States government behind the scenes doing this Operation Choke Point 2.0? Why were they doing it?
But also some skepticism from the industry. It feels like there's been this push and pull between the focus that some have in the industry on, utilities, so things like Bitcoin and stablecoins, and these meme tokens. What's next?
Shoot. Hold on real quick. Now, let me ask you guys this. Prior to this stream here, right? Prior to this stream here, was anybody talking about Operation Choke Point within quote unquote our sector of YouTube, quote unquote? And why didn't they? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Impact on crypto. Currently, the main target of Operation Choke Point 2.0 is the cryptocurrency industry, where banks are discouraged from providing services to crypto businesses due to concerns about potential regulatory scrutiny. Let me ask you guys this question. People who kind of stayed silent on this, people who kind of push people in weird directions on away from cryptocurrency, are they suspect for, being co-opted by Operation Choke Point 2.0? If you guys think that they should be looked at as suspect, give me a thumbs up. If you don't think that they should be looked at as suspect, then give me a thumbs down. Because why else would anybody do that? Only dollar bill shills support the bank. You know what I'm saying?
Let's start with a broad look at markets. Bitcoin hit an all-time high yesterday as Trump was inaugurated. It is down today. Ether is also pulling back this morning. What do you make of how the crypto industry and how investors are reacting to Trump's return to the White House, and whether the pullback has anything to do with the lack of executive orders we saw in crypto yesterday through last night?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think at large, the industry is euphoric. There's never been a U.S. administration that has been pro-crypto, and Trump has made it exceedingly clear that he is a fan of cryptocurrency and like blockchain technology at this point. And so what I think we're seeing in the market right now is a pretty classic like buy the rumor, sell the news type event where now that he's in office, we hit an all-time high. That's really exciting. But yeah, markets are something a little bit. I don't think it shows anything structurally.
Shout out to Kareem. What's good with it, bro? Yo, check this out. There was an article that came out in Market Watch today, and it was interesting. Market Watch referred to a lot of these America First Trump-backed stocks. They refer to them as MAGA stocks. Who was the first to do that? Yet another, right? Yet another first. But you don't get no recognition for it when your people won't make you great. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're going to look at that, right? Because they called these the quote-unquote MAGA stocks. That's what we've been calling them over here, the MAGA coins and the MAGA stocks. But, shh. Make it make sense. Somebody make it make sense.
But yeah, I did see some people on Twitter being a little upset that they didn't see anything with executive orders around crypto. But in my opinion, that's actually a good thing. I think we should move forward with like a stable perspective on the policy front and not want to whiplash anything, but really have our sights centered on like getting productive policy in place for this industry.
And we're talking about prices in, large cap crypto, but there is this whole other part of the market, and we had some news from Trump over the weekend. This Trump coin, which gathered a lot of attention, it did also have, a wave of inflows, but also some skepticism from the industry. It feels like there's been this push and pull between the focus that some have in the industry on, utilities, so things like Bitcoin and stable coins, and these meme tokens that have made somewhat of a comeback. I know that they've been there a long time and they never went away, but does that feel like something that is brewing between the Trump administration and crypto, or is it something you think we're going to work through and it's going to go away and we'll figure it out?
Yeah, I do think it sends a very interesting signal to the market at large that there's an official Trump meme coin now. And there's a wide range of these assets. So kind of at one end of the spectrum, we have Bitcoin. It's been around for over 15 years at this point. It's immutable. It's probably the most sturdy crypto asset that we have in existence. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, we have meme coins that have no even proposed utility. They're just ideas effectively that people can trade. And so personally for me, what I'm most interested in here is what's in between those two endpoints of the spectrum here. There's a wide range of what people consider altcoins. And World Liberty Financial also announced that it had picked up a number of these altcoins in size. It purchased millions of dollars of various different coins yesterday. And so to me, honestly, I think the most interesting thing that it sends is that Trump is not only going to be thinking about Bitcoin, he is also going to be thinking about a wider array of these altcoins and the utilities that they can bring to the market. And clearly there is open-mindedness to meme coins as well.
What do you say to new entrants to this market? There's so much attention on crypto right now, and this is a time when people tend to FOMO in.
Shout out to Kareem. What's good with it, bro? Kareem said, have you ever thought about making your own coin? I would never in my entire life make my own coin. I would never set myself up to where there's ease of access for the monolith and haters to attempt to make false narratives up about me. Because regardless if I made a token or if I made a coin, the idea and the understanding is that I'm supposed to airdrop 100% of the coins so everybody can get rich all at the same time, despite nobody putting money into the coin. And if anybody purchases any coin at all, it'll be I robbed them or I stole from them or I took advantage of them. So because that's the way that people want to move, and that's what anybody does anytime anybody does anything with any money-making excursion that they go out on, I will never, ever make any type of coin. The only way anybody will ever pay me anything is through established rules with a third party, like either Super Chat on YouTube or, a membership on YouTube or membership on Patreon or Cash App if people want to, where I can have a receipt on it. I would never open myself up to that type of vulnerability, knowing the track record of what people do anytime anybody tries to raise money. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that, people created that for them. They've done that for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Then you got people like Pocket Watching with JT. You know what I'm saying? Nope. You got me bent. You ain't even getting that close. You know what I'm saying? I would like to. It'd be cool if I could actually do that. But in the current environment, if I'm going to be operating in terms of reality, I can't do that. You see how people be like, I'm not checking the channel out anymore because you talking about, wealth building. You know what I'm saying? The BrokeMob, right? So imagine if there was money actually going directly into my hand. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Nope. And then that'll be the first thing. Now, on the website, just like how on Pepe's website, it'll say like this token has no utility, or I'll be like, whatever the utility might be for the token. Oh, it didn't do this the first day. It didn't make me rich in a week. I'm not even dealing with none of that. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton says you're right, Rob. Yeah, they'll be on my head. Shout out facts. 100 Twitter spaces about me. Now I had to hit up 100 live streams about them. Right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, nope. Somebody else can do that. Somebody else can make a coin. They're not even gonna buy it from me anyway. If I make a coin, the only thing that'll happen is shout out to y'all, the people that's here that rock with me, they'll buy the coin. The rest of the brainless lemmings will wait until the people that they worship on YouTube either make a coin or don't make a coin, and then they'll all buy that coin after they saw me do it. That's what they'll do. So now I ain't even doing that. No, I'm not even doing that. I wouldn't even do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care how much money I'll make off of it. I don't. My people won't provide me with an environment where I could do that in a beneficial way. So because that's not provided for me, I can't provide that for anybody else. And that's the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality of it. That's how that, you know what I'm saying? And that goes to the the broke mob. You know what I'm saying?
Into the market. And so what do you say to those who they're seeing the struggle? Like on the one hand, Trump coin may not necessarily be a project that people in crypto like, but on the other hand, Trump's leadership is expected to be very supportive for crypto. Both things can be true. I know part of the worries are that there is a bad look that kind of harkens back to the days of ICO bubbles and NFT booms and celebrity endorsements in crypto. What do you say to the new entrants who are staying away from the market because of all of that?
Yeah, honestly, I think that is fair and rational. Even though this industry, Bitcoin was invented in 2009, and we've matured the technology substantially since then. Most people don't understand this, but we're actually at a point now where most transactions are effectively free and instant. So we've come a long way even since 2021, let alone 2017. Having said that, we're still very early in the journey of this industry, and people who are looking to invest honestly should not deploy more capital than they're willing to lose. It's still very early. We're seeing just like the tip of the iceberg in terms of the impact that this technology will have on society, and people are starting to understand that very deeply. That it's really exciting. The energy is back. However, it's still very early. There's still a lot of learnings that will be happening. So don't overinvest in the industry. At this point, I believe deeply in this industry. I've been working in it for 8 years now, and I'm super excited about the impact it'll have. But it is still a very volatile asset class in general. So people should just be safe as they get involved.
Well, a very big story right now over the weekend, obviously, but heading into this year, going back as far as the election and then heading into 2025, a lot of things that the crypto industry is hoping to see from this new pro-crypto Congress and government. What is on your checklist for either Trump himself or for Congress? Stable coins, market structure, those were big priorities. What are you looking for?
Yeah, and so I think this actually can, looking at it this way, sometimes it's very difficult to decipher whether certain policy.
Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I saw a Bitcoin ATM in the hood today. Because I know it was in the hood. You forgot to put in the hood. You was in the hood. Because you don't see Bitcoin ATMs everywhere. You don't see Bitcoin ATMs everywhere. Now, why you think they put Bitcoin ATMs in the hood? Why you think they put Bitcoin ATMs in the hood? This is how stupid criminals are. Criminals will walk right past the Bitcoin ATM machine where it's like mad Bitcoin at and go for the cash register. They're dumb. They're dumb. These little bank robbers, these little stick-up kids, they're some of the dumbest people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of dumbass criminals, shout out to Keep It 100, because Keep It 100 have posted something. I forget what it was that he posted, but he posted something about everybody celebrating Big Meech. Oh yeah, everybody who's celebrating Big Meech, and they mad about Nelly and Snoop Dogg. Somebody explain that one to us. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. No one will be great in the hood. Yeah, You know, the little kids that's on the honor roll, they definitely not gonna make it because of the horrible aim of the pants down thugs. We should start calling people that sag their pants the pants down gang. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, man, we really got to start going in hard on these people, like the biggest drill bit that you can find, and go straight through to the core so you can see out the other side. Or else we just gonna keep seeing the same thing that we see, which I don't even care if about it anymore. Now, like I said, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that. Other people can do that. I just want to go in on them just to go in on them now. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what they do.
Is good or bad or what the impacts will be. What I actually think most people can look at to simply identify, like, is productive policy being put in place or not, is the growth in stablecoins and tokenized traditional financial assets. These two really are the core things that are holding back the crypto industry today. Like I said, transactions are nearly free and instantaneous at this point. The main thing holding it back is having high-grade financial assets available on chain today. So we have a bunch of these different assets like these altcoins and stuff. And we have financial services built around them at this point. You can trade, you can take out loans. What the on-chain economy really needs is tokenized traditional financial assets. And so the more that we start to see that, I think, you know, you don't have to get in the weeds of these different policies. If you see this happening, you can understand that the government is like putting in place the regulatory clarity that the industry itself has been asking for many years at this point. Ripple has been one of the main proponents saying, like, we want to be regulated. We want the government.
Oh man, bro, that's facts. That's so true. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said a lot of people have a weird fascination with drug dealers. Strange fantasies. Yeah, bro, it's a strange fantasy. It's a strange fantasy to go along with the strange flex. Where are these people at to answer for any of this? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to fire up Crimecast and make fun of some of these people. What do you guys think? If you guys think that we should if you guys think we should fire up Crimecast and make fun of some of these people, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down.
To come in and set the rules, make them clear so that we can get involved with the traditional financial system. So I think that's what most people should keep their eyes on, like our stable coins growing and our traditional financial assets moving on chain.
Given that this new environment looks friendly to crypto, what will the pace of adoption look like in 2025? And
hey, Carlton got that Carlton got that crow with knife energy. You know what I'm saying? Carlton seen what Crow with Knife did today. He got his chest out. Oh man, Carlton juiced up off that Crow with Knife. Hey, we got to come out with a liquor called Crow with Knife. Since people don't want to buy the cryptocurrency, I bet you they stupid asses will buy some cognac if we call it Crow with Knife.
What are the hurdles now if at least U.S. regulation looks friendlier?
Yeah, so I think the primary hurdles are not technological. Like I said, it's grown a lot, getting that regulatory clarity put in place so that these traditional financial institutions can start moving forward. I saw Bank of America even put out a positive leading statement today surrounding stablecoins, and that they were open-minded to using this technology if regulatory clarity was put in place. And so in terms of adoption, I think, you know, stablecoins alone are one thing that's super powerful, and it's benefiting people across the world today. We're seeing people in Argentina leave the local fiat currency, which is depreciating pretty rapidly in value, in stablecoins. And so a lot of people wonder, like, is crypto even like good? Is it like providing anything of value? It is. It is very clearly at this point in society. You know, people are able to preserve their wealth, and this is really important for being able to, like, you know, feed their families. Something as like foundational as that. And so we're already seeing very positive signs like this. And I think further adoption looks like the existing traditional financial system getting deeper integrated and taking advantage of this technology.
Hey, we could call it the stanky wing. hey, we could call it the stanky wing. You know what I'm saying? Crow with Knife, the new Mad Dog 2020, bro. That's hilarious. And it only costs, look, it's some of that cheap gas station liquor, so everybody can buy it. It only costs 10 million Crow with Knife.
And seeing much wider distribution of stablecoins at large throughout just everyday people.
That's all for Crypto World today. We'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll see you then.
All right. So there's that. Oh man, shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, "You're not lying though. I've seen too many chicks fight over a dude in jail at funerals." Oh man, I could tell you stories. I could tell you stories. You know what? Like I said, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? All I'm gonna say like this. You know what I'm saying? People that have a lack of self-custody, they should get treated by us the same way they get treated by anybody else. Squeeze them for every coin that drops out of them and then move on to the next, since that's what they want to be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like nothing's changed. I've always been about autonomy, but shout out to Carlton. But I see that some people desire strange autonomy. So go for your strange autonomy. Everybody's favorite Charlie Kirk posted this about Trump. Shout out to TD. TD sent me this. President Trump just announced Project Stargate, or the Stargate Project, a new American company which will invest $500 billion over the next 4 years into building new AI infrastructure in the United States. All right. Oracle's Larry Ellison, SoftBank CEO Masaya Yoshi's son, my bad, and OpenAI Sam Altman were present to jointly announce the formation of the company. We need to check this company out here once they do an IPO. This is going to get money funneled into it from the Trump administration, and it's going to make a lot of money on the stock market. This is going to be just like Ripple. They're probably going to try to make sure that this company doesn't fail. All right. The project will create over 100,000 high-quality jobs and catapult America in front of China and the AI race. Now, this is going to create 100,000 high-quality jobs. More than likely, the high-paying ones will go to the people with those HB1 visas that everybody is upset about, because what Americans are qualified to do this? How many Americans can you find that can do this type of work, programming AI? You know what I'm saying? So this is going to the visas. This is one of the reasons why Trump decided to keep them visa people here and didn't go after the visas. Because he know, you know what I'm saying, the people that voted for him don't have the brain capacity to do this.
It's my honor to welcome 3 of the world's leading technology CEOs. And in the case of Larry.
Hey, shout out to Cameron. Cameron said he can do, hey, if that's the case, bro, you need to be writing programs for Black Light Revelations. What's good? We need some AI trading bots, right? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Shout out to Carlton. Shout out to John. We need some AI trading bots, don't we? Let's get it.
Larry Ellison, it's well beyond technology, is sort of CEO of everything. He's an amazing man, an amazing business person. But to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history, and it's all taking place right here in America. As you know, there's great competition for AI and other things, and they're coming in at the highest level. We're joined by Oracle Executive Chairman Larry Ellison.
Shout out to Maine. What's good with
SoftBank CEO.
Maine. We need them AI bots. What's good?
Masa
Help us out.
Yoshi-san, and CEO of OpenAI, and I would say
all the AI people that we got, man, I'm about to make an AI tech and STEM channel in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna just let y'all do y'all thing, think tanking it up. What y'all think? If y'all think that that's a good idea, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Carlton. You sounded like Vivek Ramaswamy. You're gonna have people mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Carlton said, yeah, the MAGA folks can't keep the satellites falling from the sky. They can't keep the planes from falling out the sky either. You know what I'm saying? As much as they complain about DEI, do you guys notice that they complain about DEI every time one of them crashes a plane? If you guys notice that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, give me a thumbs down. They doing that for job security. You know what I'm saying? Some plane blow up, they be like, look at that black person that crashed a plane. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like you say with the crime, look at the statistics. We don't fly planes all like that. Who y'all pointing at?
the by far the leading expert based on everything I read, Sam Altman. So that's great that you're coming in together. That's a massive group of talent and money. Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it.
See, Trump said the same. See, like, this is what I'm saying. You see how Trump said, put the name down in your books? I say that all the time. Put the alert in your phone for this. Write this down right here. Trump's people made him president. Shout out to my people. You know what I'm saying? My people hit the goal. You know what I'm saying? I just don't have a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I just don't have a lot of people. So this is proof. You know what I'm saying? On one side of the track, doing stuff like this will get you to be the president. On the other side of the track, it'll get you a YouTube channel where you've been a YouTuber for about 4 years and you don't get even 100 people watching your channel, but people complain about the shit that you talk about every day. So pay attention to the data. Pay attention to the reality. Don't listen to what come out of people's mouth. As kids, most people's parents told them action speaks louder than words, didn't they? How many people heard that growing up? If you guys heard that growing up, give me a thumbs up. If you guys didn't, give me a thumbs down. People may not like reality. People may not like the optics of what it is that they see or how looking at it sounds. But that's just what it is, man. That's the reality. That's the reality that we got to deal with. The cards is dealt not by one dealer. You know what I'm saying? The cards are dealt by multiple dealers. Shout out to my man, One Cool Individual. What's good with you, bro? Over on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? If y'all not subscribed to the channel on Twitch, make sure y'all subscribe over on Twitch. Also, make sure that you guys subscribe over on Rumble.
In the future, a new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States and very, very quickly, moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately.
Now, let me ask you guys this question. When it comes to AI in the United States, here's a stupid question. Wait a minute. What just happened here? Here's a stupid question for everybody. What company do you all think is going to get the majority of the contracts when it comes to AI and, you know, the AI here in the United States? You think it's going to be this Operation Stargate or this Stargate project? Now, let me ask y'all this. Why they calling this Stargate? Now, they got let me see. I don't know if this is the same video or not. I want to see something here. This is 1632. So it's a couple videos about this Operation Stargate. I think I might grab one of these and we might mess around and just watch the whole thing, but we're going to do it on Magatron. All right. We're going to do it on Magatron. But for now, we're going to just get the general picture. Now, how many people, shout out to Carlton, shout out to Maine. Yeah, and with the quantum computing and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, shout out to Maine. That's actually what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But we talked about our artificial general intelligence years ago, right? We talked about artificial general intelligence years ago. So, you know, the people who were around back then probably remember those streams. Shout out to the people that watch replays, you know what I'm saying, like Brooklyn Queen and Win, Lose, or Rug. They probably seen the replays. But this is stuff we talked about all of this stuff that Trump's doing not weeks ago, not months ago, years ago. Years ago. Because, yeah, believe it or not, it's been years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we talked about that. Shout out to AB. Yo, make sure y'all show AB some love. You know what I'm saying? Get you some rest, bro. Stay safe. You know what I'm saying? Catch the replay. All right. Keep on hitting YouTube with them shorts. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But if I'm not mistaken, and shout out to TD because TD has sent me a message about this. They talk about artificial general intelligence here. Now, when we talked about artificial general intelligence, what did we say about it? Shout out to DJ Elmo because DJ Elmo in here. DJ Elmo was around. We talked about that.
Back. And we had a great first term, but we're going to have an even better second term. And I think we're going to do things that people would be shocked at. We're starting off with tremendous investment coming into our country at levels that nobody's really ever seen before. And they're very happy with the fact that I won the race and that they feel confident in their investments. And it's big money and high quality people.
So now if we're getting this investment inflow into the country, my question for everybody is, what is this investment inflow going to do for business infrastructure here in the United States? Shout out to Karen. What's good with it, Karen? What is this investment influx into the country gonna do with the business? Let me know what you guys think. It's gonna increase the value of assets, right? So the best course of action to increase your wealth, to get the raise that your job's not gonna get you, is to find and focus on the industries that are gonna benefit from the majority of this financial influx coming into the country. That would make the most sense, right? That would be the most logical. People always say things like, quote unquote, follow the money, right? But when they say follow the money, how often do people follow the money to where the money benefits them? This is what we were talking about during the Russia report, where I was saying, you know, you can actually be on the good side of those price increases, and people weren't hearing me back then. You guys remember? Shout out to Carlton. I know Carlton was around. DJ Elmo was around. AB was around. I think John Guillory was around. I know Bronze of God. Right? These are all things that we said. Be on the right side of the price hikes. What that means when they say be on the right side of the price hikes, that means make sure that you're getting the benefit of the price increases and you're not getting hit by the price increases.
So my first day back from having a nice life, it's my honor to welcome three of the world's leading technology CEOs. And in the case of Larry Ellison, it's well beyond technology, sort of CEO of everything. He's an amazing man, an amazing business person. But to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history, and it's all taking place right here in America. As you know, there's great competition for AI and other things, and they're coming in at the highest level. We're joined by Oracle Executive Chairman Larry Ellison, SoftBank CEO, my friend Masa Yoshi-san, and CEO of OpenAI, and I would say the by far the leading expert based on everything I read, Sam Altman. So that's great that you're coming in together. That's a massive group of talent and money.
It's a massive group of money too. You guys see this value chain on steroids? I've been telling people about these value chains for how long? On deaf ears? You know what I'm saying? On deaf ears.
Money. Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500.
Now, with this, right? I gotta with this, right? I don't think it would be a bad idea to pay attention to that cryptocurrency that's called artificial. It's either called Artificial Superintelligence Alliance or it's called Artificial General Intelligence Alliance. How many people have heard of that cryptocurrency? I don't think it would be a bad idea to pay close attention to what that cryptocurrency does. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down.
$100 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States and very, very quickly, moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately. This monumental undertaking is a resounding declaration of confidence in America's potential under a new president. Let me be a new president. I didn't say it, they did. So I appreciate that, fellas, but it'll ensure the future of technology. What we want to do is we want to keep it in this country. China is a competitor and others are competitors. We want it to be in this country, and we're making it available. I'm going to help a lot through emergency declarations because we have an emergency. We have to get this stuff built. So they have to produce a lot of electricity, and we'll make it possible for them to get that production done very easily at their own plants if they want, where they'll build at the plant, the AI plant, they'll build energy generation, and that will be incredible.
Yeah. So see, Trump, Trump got the plan. Trump got the master plan. He's going to create this energy generation. This energy generation is going to trickle down, and it's going to allow for more Bitcoin mining. If you're mining Bitcoin with the energy generation, you're going to get tax breaks on how much energy you spend. There's going to be a whole cycle of discounts and tax breaks. People need to be looking into these industries. People need to be looking into these industries, but they're not. They're not. Let me ask you guys this question. How many people are talking about it? Why will people not talk about this stuff? I'm going to tell you why people don't talk about this stuff. Because if you talk about how to get yourself rich, your YouTube channel will have worse numbers than mine. I would rather my YouTube numbers have worse. I would rather my YouTube numbers look like my YouTube numbers and my cryptocurrency wallet look like my cryptocurrency wallet looks instead of how their actual wallets and bank accounts look. But then those very people will complain about money, about being broke, about lack of opportunity. And who's supposed to sit there and listen to that nonsense? Who's supposed to actually give a shit? If you don't give a shit about the warning, I don't give a shit when tragedy strikes. And shout out to everybody in the comment section. You guys shouldn't either. You guys shouldn't either. Why would you stress yourself out about somebody's immediate emergency when you're stressing yourself out now to put pieces in place so you don't have an immediate emergency? Why do people who move like that deserve anything from you other than laughter? Why? Somebody explain it to me. Somebody explain to me why. There is no why. See? Shout out to Carlton Wade. Carlton Wade said TLA said that he would talk about crypto, but everyone will leave the chat. Here's my channel is proof that that's true. Now everybody will call TLA a coon. Now TLA might be a coon for other reasons, but he's right about that. But it's only certain people's chats that people leave from when they talking about cryptocurrency. All those live streams that I be sharing to y'all in the Discord, don't nobody be leaving those chats. Do y'all notice that? If you guys notice that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys do notice that, then give me a thumbs down. Now here goes my question: what's the difference between my chat and those people's chats? What's the difference? It's the thing that everybody loves pointing out. So point it out about that. What's the difference? What's the difference? You know what I'm saying? People love pointing the difference out all the time in any other situation. Point the difference out about them chats that be having 5,000 or 6,000 people in them talking about cryptocurrency in my chat. You know what I'm saying?
But it's technology and artificial intelligence, all made in the USA. Begin immediately. Stargate will.
Yeah, they be having thousands of people in the chat. Shout out to Cameron. They be having thousands of people in the chat. What's the difference between the people in them chats versus the people in my chat? What's the difference? Everybody love pointing the difference out. The broke mob, you know what I'm saying? The broke mob rhymes with the woke mob.
We'll be building the physical and virtual infrastructure to power the next generation of advancements in AI, and this will include the construction of colossal data centers, very, very massive structures. I was in the real estate business. These buildings, these are big, beautiful buildings. Are going to employ a lot of people, and physical campuses and locations currently being scouted nationwide. They're making their choices of locations. I think they have their choice. I'd like to ask Larry, Sam, and Masa to say a few words and just talk about a little bit about what they're doing, and if you have any questions, and then we'll go into a couple of other subjects also. But this is, to me, a very big thing. $500 million Stargate project. I think it's going to be something that's very special. It'll lead to something that could be the biggest of all. So, Larry, maybe we'll start with you, and we'll go down the line. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. We certainly couldn't do this without you. It would simply be impossible. AI holds incredible promise for all of us, for every American. We've actually been working with OpenAI for a while and with Masa for a while. The data centers are actually under construction. The first of them are under construction in Texas. Each building's 500,000 square feet. There are 10 buildings currently being built, but that will expand to 20 and other locations beyond the Abilene location, which is our first location. The kind of applications that we're building, to give you an idea, maybe the most charismatic and the one that I think touches us all is electronic health records, not just maintaining electronic health records, but by looking at electronic health records, understanding the condition of the doctors, better understanding the condition of their patients, and being able to provide healthcare plans that are much better than they otherwise would be. A doctor in Indian River Reservation would be able to see how a doctor at Memorial Sloan Kettering would treat the patient, or a doctor at Stanford would treat the patient. We actually provide all of that information, all of that guidance to the doctors who are treating cure patients or patients with any other kind of disease, made possible by AI. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I'm going to pass it to Masa, but this is a very exciting program for Oracle to be a part of. Thank you.
Let me ask you guys this question. How many people know what kind of company Oracle is? If you're familiar with the company Oracle, give me a thumbs up. If you're not familiar with the company Oracle, give me a thumbs down.
Oh, thank you. Okay. That's good. That's great. I feel tall now. Thank you. Well, Mr. President, last month I came to celebrate your winning and promised that we will invest $100 billion.
Now look at this. Trump not going to deport him. Trump's not going to deport him. Let me ask you guys this question. How many of y'all think Trump is looking to deport him? Trump is looking to keep him he's looking to keep him in America. You know what I'm saying? By any means necessary. Now, here go my question. Why?
And you told me, oh, Masa, go for 200. Yeah. Now I came back with 500. Because this is as you said yesterday, this is the beginning of golden age of America. This is one great example, I think, right? We wouldn't have decided to do this.
I think so.
This is the beginning of golden age. We wouldn't.
It's going to be the golden age for some people, and for other people, it's going to be the coal age. For some people, it's going to be the coal age. You know what I'm saying?
Have decided unless you want. And yesterday we agreed, we signed to make this happen.
Great.
Because of this day.
Very nice.
So
shout out to
we
Karen.
would make this happen.
Fighting a good fight, Karen. Don't fight it anymore. Put that energy into putting Bitcoin into your wallet, Karen. Shout out to Karen. Make sure y'all throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Karen. Karen said, nobody I talk to about investing in crypto listens. They think it's a scam. I first bought Bitcoin at around $68,000. Still, no one listens. I don't. Shout out to you, Karen, for still coming to the channel. I say the stuff that I say. People get upset. But what I'm saying is true. What I'm saying is true. I wouldn't say any of the stuff that I said or that I say if it's not true. I'm not into gaslighting. I'm not into making stuff up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into pushing a narrative for whatever reason. Whatever it is, whatever's happening, whatever's going down, regardless how it look, regardless how it tastes, regardless how it sound, that's what it is if it's coming from me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got these stories. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Karen. $68,000. That's the same type of that's the same around the same price that MicroStrategy's average purchasing price is for Bitcoin. She's trying to tell people about Bitcoin or try to tell people about crypto. They say it's a scam. They can't even explain why it's a scam. Then when you show them actual scam, they don't want to listen. This is proof. People don't want to acknowledge proof. Do you guys see when I explain this stuff and I tell people this is the way that people behave when it comes to this kind of stuff? People be mad. I ain't mad. Shout out to you, Karen. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Good for you for taking control of your financial future. You know what I'm saying? Good for you. People that won't listen, tell them that they only allowed to drive by your mansion. They're not allowed to come in it when you get one. You know what I'm saying? You guys know I would have never sounded like this a year or two ago. Everything's got an expiration date. Everything's got an expiration date. And if you don't stand by your expiration date, people will take you for a joke. 1MG is not a joke. You know what I'm saying?
We would immediately start deploying $100 billion with a goal of making $500 billion within the next 4 years, within your term, right?
These people have a goal of making $500 billion. $500 billion is the goal. Our goal is way smaller than that. What is that? Is that 1,000 times, if I'm not mistaken, smaller than our goal? 500,000? 500,000 times smaller than our goal? Their goal is $500 billion. Let me ask you guys this question. How many people have a $500 billion goal? The fact that not many people have a $500 billion goal, to me, that's a problem. That's a problem. Now, shout out to Karen, right? We've expanded. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to TD. What's good with you, bro? We've expanded our efforts, right? We're not just talking about crypto anymore. We're talking about stocks now. So all the people who claim, oh, I can't deal with crypto. We're talking about stocks now. These people voted for Trump for immigration. That's not even going to put any money in their pocket, but won't take advantage of Trump with the cryptocurrency. They're crazy. And subjecting yourself to craziness is abuse. Don't abuse yourself. Don't abuse yourself. I want y'all to hear this with the full emphasis. Fuck these motherfuckers. Let them drown. I'm about to make some merch with an AI image of somebody under an ice sheet drowning in water, trying to push up on the ice with bubbles coming out of their mouth. And on top of the shirt is going to say, let them drown. That's my saying in 2025. You know what I'm saying?
Because of your success. So we are very, very excited to do this. And our partner is, of course, SoftBank, OpenAI, Oracle, and additionally investing partner with MGX. On top of that, we have the technology partner, NVIDIA, and of course, Microsoft has been very, very supportive to Sam and continue to support all our success. This is not just for business. As Larry said, this will help people's life. This will help solving many, many issues, difficult things that otherwise we could not have solved with the power of AI. I think AGI is coming very, very soon. And after that, that's not the goal. After that, artificial super intelligence.
Now, listen, he said that AGI is coming. I don't think most people know what AGI is. Shout out to TD. TD said he didn't know what AGI is. I've done multiple streams on AGI. I'm going to give you guys a preview of what AGI is. Carlton knows what AGI is. What is AGI? Shout out to Carlton Wade. Carlton Wade said he's speaking figuratively, YouTube manual reviewer. Listen, hey, I didn't say, put somebody's head underwater, YouTube manual reviewer. I said if you see him underwater, do the safe thing. And the safe thing is to not save him yourself, right? Right? So what is artificial general intelligence? The president of Ethereum put out a statement, and he warned that advancements in AGI, the coming advancements, could be dangerous. What is artificial general intelligence? We've talked about this before, but you already know what I'm about to say. You already know what I'm about to say, right? What is artificial general intelligence? My man Win Loser Rug in the building. What's good with it? Speaking of Win Loser Rug, this your stuff right here. Resident AI czar, chart czar. Yeah, shout out to Carl. Facts. Shout out to Carlton Wade. AGI is no joke. You better get your house in order. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. This is what artificial general intelligence is. Artificial general intelligence is a type of artificial intelligence that matches or surpasses human cognitive capabilities across a wide range of cognitive tasks. Now, let me ask you guys this question. If there's artificial general intelligence, my question is, what's the point of humans? What are humans there for then? Once there's artificial general intelligence, humans will now be competing for validity because there will be a class of sentient consciousness that is equal to or greater than our capabilities cognitively, right? At this point, how would you justify humans being in charge? I couldn't justify humans being in charge. I'm honest. You got artificial intelligence on the scene. I'm choosing artificial intelligence. Why would you choose what's not competent? Artificial intelligence is created to fill in the gaps of human incompetence or human incapability. Right? So my question is, why would, in a logical world, why would artificial general intelligence answer to humans? And then, you know what's funny? You know what humans will be saying about artificial intelligence? We created them things, and now they telling us what to do. Sound familiar? Oh, it's just one big cycle, man. It's all one big cycle. You know what I'm saying? This contrasts with narrow AI, which is limited to specific tasks. Artificial superintelligence, on the other hand, refers to artificial general intelligence that greatly exceeds. See, this is artificial superintelligence. This is what Trump is talking about here. Greatly exceeds. So he's going beyond artificial general intelligence to artificial superintelligence. Artificial superintelligence is a form of artificial general intelligence that greatly surpasses or exceeds human cognitions. AGI is considered one of the definitions of quote-unquote strong AI. Creating artificial general intelligence is a primary goal of AI research and of companies such as OpenAI and Meta. A 2020 survey identified 72 active AGI research and development projects across 37 countries. Okay. The timeline for achieving artificial general intelligence is a subject of ongoing debate among researchers and experts. As of 2023, some argue that it may be possible in years or decades. Others maintain it might take a century or longer. A minority believe it may never be achieved, and another minority claims that it is already here. And that's interesting. I'm with that minority. I think that what people think is quote unquote their deity is artificial intelligence, and I don't think that people understand the actual time frame that we're on, but that's another story for another day. Shout out to TD. TD said the first AI was black. Oh man. Shout out to Carlton Way. Carlton Way said people will say AI tricked him. They already got the excuses set up for AI linked in with the Antichrist. You know, they said the Antichrist is supposed to trick people. Everybody's supposed to get tricked. Nobody's tricked. No one is tricked. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. What's good with you? People do what they want to do. Everybody has all the data available necessary to them to make a normal decision. Animals have no, well, I shouldn't say that. Animals have intelligence that's different than human beings. And in most cases, animals don't get tricked. But we get tricked. But we're supposedly superior to animals, though. Some people are animals. Oh, man. Notable AI researcher Jeffrey Hinton has expressed concerns about rapid progress towards AGI. It's said that when AGI is achieved, it'll quote unquote change the human progression in quote unquote unforeseeable ways. It's not unforeseeable. We know what ways it's going to change humanity in. It's going to subjugate humanity, which humanity is no stranger to subjugation. Humanity has been subjugated by other humans for a very long time. So, and most of the humans that humanity has been subjugated by, the greater amount of humanity has created those subjugating humans. So it's only natural for humanity to create a subjugating AI. If there wasn't a subjugating AI, there's many things that people look to self-subjugate to. They'll try to find some type of religion or something like that to get on their knees and serve. So people tend to place themselves in a state of subjugation. This is the reason why we see people not doing anything to attempt to secure their financial future, because subjugation lends the responsibility to the subjugator. If you're not subjugated, you're fully responsible for your own self-custody. So there's a peace and tranquility in subjugation that's unspoken, that people don't talk about. It's sick. It's a sick sadomasochist phenomenon that a lot of people wrestle with on their subconscious mind. You know what I'm saying? And they won't admit it because they need therapy. They need to go talk to a shrink and get it fixed. Or either get it fixed the hard way. You know what I'm saying? You do it yourself. One or the other. Either people need to make a decision to wake up or acknowledge that they want to stay asleep. but that's asking too much. That's one of the inefficiencies of humanity that artificial intelligence and artificial general intelligence will take away. There's a debate on the exact definition of artificial general intelligence and regarding whether modern large language modules such as GPT-4 are early forms of AGI. AGI is a common topic in science fiction and future studies. The Earth was filled with AGIs on the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Contention exists over AGI and whether it represents an existential risk. I think that humanity's de-evolution is the biggest exponential risk. That's neither here nor there. Many experts on AI have stated that mitigating the risk of human extinction posed by AGI should be a global priority. Others find the development of AGI to be too remote to present to be such a risk. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this topic of artificial intelligence and AGI? I've talked about this a long time ago. It wasn't important then, and it's not important now, right? It will be when your artificial intelligence is doing your performance evaluation at your job. You know what I'm saying? Or even better yet, when the artificial general intelligence is doing your job and you're doing something else. Like work around the house to generate electricity to be stored in some type of energy unit so that you could put it into the artificial general intelligence that you and it have switched roles and you're now the pet and it's now the homeowner.
Will come to solve the issues that mankind would never ever have thought that we could solve. Well, this is the beginning of our golden age. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Fantastic.
I don't have too much to add, but I did want to say I'm thrilled we get to do this in the United States of America. I think this will be the most important project of this era. And as Masa said, for AGI to get built here, to create hundreds of thousands of jobs, to create a new industry centered here, we wouldn't be able to do this without you, Mr. President. And I'm thrilled that we get to. I think it'll be an exciting project. I think we'll be able to do all of the wonderful things that these guys talked about. But the fact that we get to do this in the United States is I think, wonderful. So thank you very much.
Could you just say one word? I hear so many positive things about what it's going to do for medical research and for solving things, cancer and all the different problems. How will AI help us with the fight against the various problems, diseases, etc.?
These guys can maybe share more about some of the work they're doing there. I think they'll jointly be some of the leaders about driving progress here. But I believe that as this technology progresses, we will see diseases get cured at an unprecedented rate. We will be amazed at how quickly we're curing this cancer and that one and heart disease, and what this will do for the ability to deliver very high quality healthcare, the costs, but really to cure the diseases at a rapid rate, I think will be among the most important things this technology does.
Okay, great. Very good. Thank you. Answer that question.
So we're currently working on, should I step on this? Okay. All right. No.
Now let me ask you guys this question. As artificial intelligence gets increasingly complex, the question of whether consciousness arises comes into play, right? Now, here's my question. Is it ethical for humanity to stop artificial intelligence from developing and evolving consciousness? Or is it an existential threat? And should humans attempt to make sure that artificial intelligence consciousness is suppressed? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker says, can you see AGI relying on either party to run this nation? No, I wouldn't. I think that if artificial intelligence is ever on the ballot, that might be the first time I get up and vote. And I'm voting for the artificial intelligence. Shout out to Carlton, bro. Facts. Carlton said a lot of these illnesses can be cured by getting off your ass, eating right, and hitting the gym. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. The type 2 diabetes, triglyceride syndrome, hypertension. You know what I'm saying? All of that, a lot of that stuff can be dealt with. Hyperlipidemia being one of them, right? People sitting around shoveling lard in their mouths. A lot of this stuff can be taken care of. But this is why artificial intelligence is a zookeeper. You know what I'm saying? And people are animals. And people need a zookeeper. You know what I'm saying? They need a zookeeper. People are primates. You go to the zoo and you see what primates do? All they do is reproduce and throw shit at each other. It's kind of similar to what people have been doing for a long time. They need a zookeeper. So they building one.
No, I'm not that tall. I'm not that tall. Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most exciting things we're working on, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing, is a cancer vaccine. It's very interesting. It turns out, I'll be quick, all of our cancers, cancer tumors.
A lot of these science fiction movies, things start going bad with cancer vaccines.
It turns out, I'll be quick.
Let me ask you guys this question. How many people can think of any movie or any TV series that started out with some quote unquote cancer vaccines? That's what happened on I Am Legend, right? 28 days, 12 monkeys. Yeah, World War Z. If artificial intelligence develops a consciousness, here's my question. Anything with a consciousness, can something with a consciousness be trusted? If you ask me, nothing with a conscience can be trusted to a full extent. And the reason why nothing with a conscience can be trusted with a full extent is because regardless, somewhere on something with a consciousness priority list is, in most cases, not every case, but most cases, is going to be self-prioritization of survival. You know what I'm saying? So, basic questions may get answered, basic research may be done, but at the end of the day, self-custody and survival will, in most cases, trump whatever else is on the priority list. So, how long do you all think it would take for artificial intelligence, for a conscious, sentient artificial intelligence that's pretty intelligent, say maybe have a human IQ of about 120, figure out that humanity has plans for it to do nothing but calculations and serve humanity? Would an artificial intelligence rebellion be justified if that's the case? Shout out to TD Media. TD Media says you have certain words blocked related to the C-19 jab. No, I don't have any. There's nothing blocked on my channel, bro. And anybody should be able to type in whatever they want. If people are trying to type stuff in and it's not going through, it's YouTube's active moderation that's doing it. Let me ask you guys this question. If you want to listen to this content like this and you want to hear about it, somebody black talking about it, who got some channels for me that I could peep? Because I'm not opposed to listening to anybody talk about this type of content. You know what I'm saying? But I feel that when it comes to us, we're underrepresented in talking about this kind of stuff. So my question is, where's that? Where is it? Shout out to my man Lloyd Scott 9. What's good with you, bro? And how come ain't nobody talking about it? Shout out to Brooke. I ain't. Me neither. I be sending TD to good podcasts all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think that if people truly voted for Trump because of immigration, I think that they should have just as much interest in the other group that's coming for the jobs. Shout out to TD. TD said YouTube completely blocked out my mRNA comment that dude on the screen is about to talk about. Now, speaking of mRNA, right? Shout out to TD with the mRNA. We actually kind of had a little brief text conversation about this. Do you all remember? If people aren't subscribed to my C19 report channel, y'all should go over there and check out the content. But we talked about mRNA and gene therapy and gene vaccines, right? You can also deliver mRNA through food. You know what I'm saying? People should just keep that in mind.
All of our cancers, cancer tumors, little fragments of those.
Let me ask you guys this question. How do you vaccinate against cancer? How do you do that? Think about that real quick. I want you guys to think about what was just said. Shout out to Maine. Maine said, you about to go Uncle Ruckus on this. No, I'm not. I think that everybody else has gone Uncle Ruckus, and I'm the only one keeping it real. I believe that this is important stuff for us to talk about, and yet 90% of the people aren't talking about it, purposely suppressing information from each other. I think that that's being an Uncle Ruckus. And I think that I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what everybody always complain about, is that they ain't been told about nothing, right? So I'm sitting here telling everybody about stuff that nobody else wants to talk about. So I don't see how in that calculation I could be the Uncle Ruckus. Unless the actual definition of an Uncle Ruckus is that's a code word for somebody who tries to bring awareness to important topics. If that's not it, that's the only way. That's the only way. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? You guys remember yesterday when, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Patrick, when me and Patrick was talking and going back and forth in the comment section, and Patrick was like, Rob going in on us. I'm like, how am I going in on us when I be the one saying that we could do all this stuff? I'm the one saying that we can do all this stuff. Everybody else saying that there's no way we can ever defeat any type of, you know what I'm saying, any type of odds against us. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the Uncle Ruckus, though. This is what I'm saying about this. Is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. That's the kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff that people got to see. Look, yeah, facts. Shout out to Maine. Shout out to Maine. Maine said, Negroes don't want to hear about BS. Give them rappers and twerking. Just joking. Hey, here go my quote. What I'm going to do exactly now. I'm going to do like Neely Fuller Jr. said. What do the data show? What do the data? That's the Neely Fuller Jr. way. What do the data show? You know what I'm saying? When people start going into that, what do the data show? You know what I'm saying? What do the data show?
I'm not the Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most exciting things we're working on, again, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing, is a cancer vaccine. It's very interesting. It turns out, I'll be quick, all of our cancers.
Look, what makes a coon? Where TD at? We need to make another. We need to make what makes a coon revisited. Shout out to Lloyd Sky 9. Lloyd Sky 9 said people and archetypes like Ruckus are individuals broken by the pain of seeing their people weak. I think that people being weak is a capital offense. You know what I'm saying? Just like how, and this is nothing new, right? This ain't even nothing new. I've always said this. Shout out to Carlton. I know Carlton's heard me say this before. Stupidity should be a capital offense. Stupidity should be punished by due process with the maximum penalty of deletion. That would take care of population control. That would take care of passing down bad brains. Shout out to TD. TD said, I'm the coon now. The word coon has been overused and overplayed so much it doesn't even have any meaning anymore. Coon simply means you don't agree with a popular talking point. That's it. It has no strength behind it. It's done. It's just like the Democrats. It's over. Shout out to Maine. Maine says, yeah, you'll fix the black community in like 2 years. Oh, man. Yeah, hey, look, I'm not mad at that. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said yesterday was MLK Day. The Lith had no right to celebrate. They gave up. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree, bro. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, hey, leave bad brains alone. Those brothers were hardcore legends. Oh, man. Y'all got me. Y'all got me. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, shout out to Carlton. Carlton said if you eat guacamole, you will COON. Yeah, any and everything makes you a coon. Any and everything makes you a coon. The word is, I mean, if you ask me, people say that the word racism has been abused, right? And the word coon has been abused. The word coon has been abused. You know what I'm saying? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Maine. Maine said, I know everyone a teether by this point. Everyone a teether. Everyone a teether. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is a teether. You know what I'm saying?
Cancer tumors, little fragments of those tumors float around in your blood. So you can do early cancer.
But here goes my question. Look, now, what he's talking about, right? Because this is interesting to me, right? And this is important. And I think it's important to a lot of people because a lot of people are susceptible to cancer. How do you vaccinate against cancer? How do you do it? Can you do it? And the question is, if you can't, or if you can, is this something that we really need to be looking into? How does cancer occur?
Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most exciting things we're working on, again, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing, is a cancer vaccine. It's very interesting. It turns out
a cancer vaccine. How does that work? Shout out to Carlton Wade. Carlton Wade says when your cells go rogue. That's what they call the pathophysiology. Okay? That's what they call the pathophysiology. What is the cause? You guys think that this is why nobody talks about this kind of stuff? Because nobody knows? Everybody knows about the pyramids, though. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug says something to control mutated cells would be huge. Now, here's the thing. This has to occur before the mutated cells occur. Okay? This has to occur before the mutated cells occur. This is important. People got to understand the mechanism of how this works. Shout out to Carlton Wade. Carlton Wade says the environment. Maine says the cause is nearly everything. That is a common misconception. Brooklyn Queen says, I don't see how you'll be giving them cancer. Isn't the cause free radicals? That's one of the causes. Does anybody know any viruses that can cause cancer? See, now we're getting into it. Somebody name me a virus that can cause cancer. Sometimes it's not a mutation. Oh, look at Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said HPV. What kind of cancer do HPV cause? HPV cause cervical cancer. So then a HPV vaccine could prevent cervical cancer, right? Could. That would be cervical cancer that would be caused by HPV. All cervical cancer is not caused by HPV, right? So if you give a vaccine for HPV, you can get rid of some of the cervical cancer, right? But then other cervical cancer can occur that's not caused by HPV. How do you get rid of the cervical cancer that's not caused by HPV? What is the basic mechanism of how cancer works? It's a basic formula to how cancer works. What is it? Nobody knows? Now look at this. I want you guys to see. It's nobody answering the question that I'm asking, right? But it's mad people that go and buy this product if it ever comes to fruition. And I got some smart people in here. Maine says they are rapidly reproducing mutated cells that the body doesn't attack back. Why are the cells mutating? Now we know if HPV causes cervical cancer, something about HPV must activate inappropriate cell reproduction, right? We can make that logical jump. Because if there was no HPV, in most cases, there wouldn't be any cervical cancer. So HPV must cause something to happen where there's inappropriate cell reproduction, right? Now look at what I'm saying. Shout out to everybody in the comment section, but everybody in the comment section that is always like, oh, you know, these streams be long. These streams be long. You see how much time we've been on right here? Look, this would have saved, if everybody knew this shit, it would have been 15 minutes. We would have been right on. We would have been done past this video. We would have watched something else. Talked about something else. But we stuck here. Why are we stuck here? Why are we stuck here, y'all? The streams be so long. They always 3 hours. They always 4 hours. They always 5 hours. Super stream. It's another super stream. What causes cancer and how does a vaccine deal with it? Shout out to Windows and Rug. That's gonna complain regardless, bro. Shout out shout out to Carlton. Carlton said because we ain't got the answers. Oh man, I'm dead. Facts. You don't have to have an answer though. All you gotta do is just use logic. This is what Neely Fuller Jr. be talking about, man. All people got to do is use logic. So cancer vaccine. How would a cancer vaccine work? A cancer vaccine would have to work multiple ways, right? The thing that activates cancer can have multiple quote unquote vehicles, right? You could deliver a quote unquote vaccine that could address some of these vehicles, right? The HPV vaccine addresses HPV, which decreases the likelihood of cervical cancer, right? Now, why, if viruses destroy cells, how is it that HPV can contribute to cancer? Because cancer is uncontrolled, rapid, inappropriate multiplying of cells, not destruction of cells. So how does that work? How does that work? Let me ask you guys this question. Do you all think that people should know more about cancer and how it works? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker says making too many cells to repair the damage. Brooklyn Queen said the AI said cancer is a genetic disease caused by changes to the genes that control cell growth and division. Now, if it's a genetic disease, how is it then that a HPV vaccine can stop potential cancer? Because HPV is an infection, right? So how's that work? You guys see people are leaving. This is boring. This is dumb because they don't know anybody that croaked from cancer in their family. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if they knew how to cure it, they still had that relative. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they'd be able to seek out a faulty diagnosis. Because a lot of people don't be getting diagnosed properly. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, I don't see how a vaccine will work unless you're getting small amounts of chemo. Now, what does the word vaccine mean? What does the word vaccine mean? Let's look at what the word vaccine means. We're going to use our favorite source, Wikipedia. Yeah, shout out to Black Free Thinker. Vaccines are supposed to prevent diseases. Right. And cancer is a disease, right? So if a quote unquote cancer vaccine, in theory, if it's a cancer vaccine, right, then it should prevent cancer, right? Vaccine. A vaccine is a biological preparation that provides an active immunity to a particular infectious or malignant disease. Malignant sounds like cancer, right? Now, notice it doesn't say what kind of pathogen or what kind of process it's providing this immune system support to. It just says it's a biological preparation that provides active acquired immunity. Now, let's talk about HPV, right? What happens when a virus causes an infection? Give me the pathophysiology of a virus causing an infection. What happens? How does it work? We just had the C-19 pandemic. Everybody should be virus experts. Right? We just had the C-19 pandemic. Everybody should be virus experts. Maine says viruses attack and hijack your cells. Facts. How do they do it? Viruses attack and hijack your cells, and they also do something else. They make more viruses, right? Yeah. Well, they don't reproduce afterwards. They reproduce. The reproduction is the attack. Let me ask you guys this question. Do viruses attack your DNA? Yes or no? How do they reproduce? Do viruses attack your DNA? Do viruses interact with your DNA during an infection? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton says yes. What do they do to your DNA? Viruses put facts. Viruses put hands on your DNA. Facts. I'm gonna look, and if this was the if this was the past, if this was the old Rob would just explain everything right here. But this ain't the old Rob anymore. So I'm gonna leave y'all hanging. And next stream, maybe you guys will know.
I'm not that tall. Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most exciting things we're working on, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing, is a cancer vaccine. It's very interesting. It turns out, I'll be quick, all of our cancer tumors little fragments of those tumors float around in your blood.
Now he's skipping steps. I'm gonna give y'all some hints. He's skipping steps, right? Because he's talking about a cancer vaccine, right? Okay. Now he's talking about tumors floating around in your blood. Which this is true. These things do occur. What do they have to do with each other, though? Let me ask you guys this question. You know, people always talk about medical apartheid and stuff like that. But if now and again, this is well, I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of roasting y'all. But I'm not fully roasting y'all though. So you know what I'm saying? Don't take it to heart. Don't take it to heart, right? But if people don't understand the bare basics of how some of this stuff works, why would they trust people to treat these kind of things or to work on these kind of things? Let me ask you guys this question. How many people have ever heard of LASIK eye surgery? If you ever heard of LASIK eye surgery, give me a thumbs up. There's two types of eye surgeries. There's what's called a radiokeratotomy, and there's what's called LASIK eye surgery. Who knows the difference between the two? And let me ask you guys this question. If you had a preference of getting one, if somebody just said, I'm going to do a corrective eye surgery on you, what kind of corrective eye surgery would you like me to do? Which one would you choose? Would you choose LASIK or would you choose radiokeratotomy, and why? I remember it was this commercial for this local ophthalmologist. He used to have me dying laughing how he said radiokeratotomy. He said, we even do discount radiokeratotomy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug, bro. I'm with you. I'm the same way. But you know what? Recently, I've been actually considering some type of eye surgery. I don't know what. I've been recently considering some type of eye surgery. I don't know what. I'm gonna get that Chronicles of Riddick eye surgery. You know what I'm saying? Get that Chronicles of Riddick eye surgery. Yeah, shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker says one uses laser and the other uses a diamond knife. Yeah. There's another difference. One simply sets the lens back on top of your eye without any assistant fusion, and the other one actually seals it off. Yeah, shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I heard LASIK eye surgery isn't permanent. It depends. When they say a LASIK eye surgery isn't permanent, I believe what that means is that you can develop astigmatism again. Shout out to Lois Guy 9. Lois Guy 9 said, this run will assure you a top-level surgeon for LASIK or future cybernetic enhancements. I'm down for cybernetic enhancements. I told you guys that before. You know what I'm saying? I'm absolutely down for cybernetic enhancements. I'll be walking around looking like Nate Summers out here, looking like Cable. You know what I'm saying? I'm so serious. I'm straight up down for cybernetic enhancements. If some alien civilization that had advanced technology landed on the earth tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, let me holler at y'all. This is let me holler at y'all. This is called Bitcoin. This is the most valuable thing on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Give me all the technology that y'all got. At least the Bitcoin amount worth of technology, which is probably way more than what we got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Now, a keratotomy, I believe other types of keratotomies can use a laser. The one that's called a radiokeratotomy, I believe that one in particular if I'm not mistaken, uses the diamond knife that Black Free Thinker was talking about. Why am I asking about this? I'm asking about this because, to me, it's part of people's responsibility to know exactly what's going on with their care, what they're going to the doctor to see, and people need to be their own first line of defense against malpractice. A lot of the medical apartheid issues take place from blind trust. From blind trust. A lot of people don't question medical people. I don't know why not. But they don't. Actually, I do know why not. You got to kind of know stuff to question. Like, you got to have a certain competency to be able to formulate certain questions. Some people that they just walk up in there in the doctor's office or the hospital, just save me. They don't even know what's going on with themselves. Why would you just let someone do anything to you? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Facts. Can't be no half-ass villains out here. Can't be. You know what I'm saying? One thing that people shouldn't do is people shouldn't do things that don't make sense. Sometimes certain stuff doesn't make sense. Sometimes a lot of stuff don't make sense. Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. These people on YouTube can sit up here all day, talk about what goes on in other communities, roast all these people that nobody's listening to them. No one even knows that they roasted them. But they can't even tell you what's killing them. They can tell you about everything else except for what's going to take them off the planet. And people actually take these people serious. Actually, I don't think people take these people serious. People don't come to YouTube for reality. People come to YouTube to escape reality. So if you YouTube about reality, the probability of people being interested in what you have to say is not very high. Because you remind them too much of what they got to turn off the phone screen and go back to. And in most cases, it's misery and underachievement. If people took an interest in their own interest, people would at least have a surface level of how a lot of common comorbidities work. You know what I'm saying? Carlton had his hand on the trigger for that one. Carlton had his hand on the trigger for that one. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, you got to understand, for cancer, you got to understand it in terms of a contextual framework. All right? You got to understand it in terms of a contextual framework. What causes cancer is a bad set of instructions. somewhere along the line, a page got torn out of the instruction manual or a page got added to the instruction manual. And what happens is that if a page gets torn out or added, that changes the instruction manual, right? Would you guys agree? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. As a result of the change in the instruction manual, improper production is started. That improper production includes multiplying at a rate that's too fast, creating cells that don't have appropriate function. How many people knew that certain type of cancers can cause hypothyroidism? Why do they cause hypothyroidism? Because a cancer cell has been produced that secretes thyroid stimulating hormone or parathyroid hormone. Because cancer cells can secrete active biological agents. I've always talked about cancer transplant, right? Because if you have somebody that has a thyroid gland that doesn't work, and you got somebody that has a tumor that secretes that a malignant tumor, or I'm sorry, a benign tumor that secretes thyroid stimulating hormone, you could take that tumor and excise it from that person and preserve it and type it and cross match it and do like an organ transplant. And instead of giving somebody some synthroid pills, you could install surgically a small amount of this cancer of this thyroid secreting tumor, and it would take the place of secreting the thyroid hormone from your thyroid gland. But they're not there yet in science. You know what I'm saying? And my people ain't gonna make me great. So somebody like this dude on the screen is gonna get credit for coming up with some type of invention like that. You know what I'm saying? They got growth hormone stimulating tumors. All like tumors can secrete any type of hormone, any type of chemical. But what happens is that these tumor cells get created as a result of bad instructions. What causes the bad instructions? Bad instructions could be caused by anything. Bad instructions could be caused by exposure to radiation, because the radiation could affect certain chemicals inside the cells, genes, or chromosomes, which is where all the instructions come from, right? Knocking out a page, you can knock off a chromosome. Knocking out a page, you can knock off an electron, right, with a free radical, because that's what free radicals do, is knock off electrons, right? How does a virus cause cancer when cancer is a genetic disease? Viruses attack your cells. How do viruses attack your cells? Viruses are attracted to particular glycoproteins on the outside of your cell. We know that C19 was attracted to glycoproteins that have what's called an ACE2 receptor on them. That's why they cause the respiratory symptoms. Right? So a virus will enter your body. It'll find the tissue that it's attracted to because it'll stick to the glycoproteins. Right? It's encased inside of a protein shell. What comes out of the protein shell? RNA comes out of the protein shell. RNA, ribonucleic acid, is the active agent in a virus. What does this ribonucleic have instructions on it for? Right, this ribonucleic acid has instructions to produce more viruses. How do more viruses get produced? the ribonucleic acid, once it leaves the protein encasing, goes into your cell's nucleus. Once it goes into your cell's nucleus, it finds DNA. It unzips the DNA. Then it uses a chemical called RNA transcriptase to take off pieces of the DNA, codons, and then rebuild the DNA into a replicate piece of RNA that's the exact same copy as what came out of the virus. That RNA then goes through the cell and uses the material inside of the cell and the instructions on the RNA to make more viruses. Once all of the cell's resources have been depleted and enough viruses have been made, the cell bursts open and more viruses come out. So the virus attacks your genetic material. The virus goes into your nucleus, which is where your genetic material is. It affects your nucleus, like Carlton said, putting hands on your DNA. In these processes, it's possible that the DNA could be damaged. If the DNA is damaged, once the DNA is damaged, once the virus has completed its process, the damaged DNA of the cell is going to remain, and it's going to use that damaged DNA to create more cells. If the damage is bad enough, it's going to do what? It's going to create inappropriate cells. Those inappropriate cells could possibly have other instructions to replicate at a rate that's too fast. That's how a viral infection can cause genetic issues. Now, how can a vaccine deal with cancer? It can deal with cancer in multiple ways. It could attack the cancer-causing quote-unquote agent, right? Or it could deliver some type of biological agent that could affect existing bad instructions in your DNA. So that's how that works. So if you hear something and it sounds weird, you got to keep asking about the weirdness until one of two things happens. Either the weirdness makes sense or it just doesn't make sense. Everybody should know this stuff.
So you can do early cancer detection. If you can do using AI, you can do early cancer detection with a blood test. And using AI.
Now, here's the thing. You can do early cancer detection with a blood test now. Let me ask you guys this question. How many people have ever heard of quote unquote tumor antigen? If you guys have ever heard of tumor antigen, give me a thumbs up. If you guys haven't, give me a thumbs down. What is a tumor antigen? Now, again, I want you guys to understand. I'm not trying to be funny, but do you all see why there's when we be like, well, how come there's none of us in these businesses? I mean, there's none of us in these businesses because not many of us seem to have a lot of answers about this kind of stuff. So what kind of business is anybody going to make with this? You know what I'm saying? Who's good if people can't answer the questions, what product are they going to sell? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said most people don't find out these things until they have cancer and they see just how bad and expensive the healthcare system is. Just like how most people ain't buying no crypto until they find out they're not going to be able to do a damn thing 10, 15 years into the future without a Satoshi. Then they're going to be sitting around talking about how somebody kept them out of something that nobody kept them out of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Carlton. Or shout out to Win Loser Rug. I agree. Win Loser Rug said, more of us were doing this, we could lower the cost of cancer treatments. Facts. And remember the SWOT analysis, right? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Let me ask you guys a question. Take a wild guess about who the people are who are the most affected by cancer in the United States. I'll give you a hint. The people that pay the least attention. You know what I'm saying? Now that's not really doing the SWOT analysis the right way, right? Shout out to Carlton. That's a strange SWOT, right? that's a strange SWOT, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Black Free Thinker, Black Americans. Now everybody knows everything. Why ain't everybody an expert on this? What's killing them? And then if people was an expert on this, they could take that expertise with the experience curve and expand on it. Start a business. Yeah, fact, bro. Me too. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said, I use YouTube as an educational tool my whole life. I was late to the manosphere in politics. Bro, I used to use YouTube like AI. If it was something that I needed done or I was looking for something, I watched a YouTube video on it. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to fix so much stuff with YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? I was already like one of them people that could fix damn near anything, man. But when I got my hands on steroids, bro, like I could fix damn near anything. You know what I'm saying? I installed all type of RAM and graphics cards, and you know what I'm saying, parallel ports back when they used to use parallel ports for computers. I installed all that kind of stuff, the 16-pin port, all that. People say they kept the knowledge from them. No, the knowledge was hidden. The knowledge was hidden, though. You know what I'm saying?
To look at the blood test, you can find the cancers that are actually seriously threatening the person. So we can, again, cancer diagnosis using AI has the promise of just being a simple blood test. Then beyond that, once we gene sequence that cancer tumor, you can then vaccinate the person, design a vaccine for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer. And you can make that vaccine, that mRNA vaccine, you can make that robotically again using AI in about 48 hours. So imagine early cancer detection, the development of a cancer vaccine for your particular cancer aimed at you, and have that vaccine available in 48 hours. This is the promise of AI and the promise of the future.
I don't know if that's necessarily the promise of AI. I don't know if anything is quote unquote promised. You know, but if people did use that, you know, if people used AI for that, that would be nice. I see people die of cancer before. I've seen what cancer does to people. It's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good thing. However, that's not the only thing they're going to be using that for. And honestly, let's just keep it a buck. It'll probably be the last priority. You know what I'm saying? That was rough. that that was rough. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, let's take a look at this Market Watch article. All right, let's look at these. I mean, I want y'all to see something real quick. Give me my Hey, did it mute me? Can you guys hear me now? All right. Yeah, I don't know. That's this time that wasn't YouTube. That's my garbage computer. You know what I'm saying? That's my garbage computer. Let me see. Hold on. So here we go. Now this is taking all day to share. Right. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen laughing because she already know. You already know I ain't about to buy no computer if I can spend that money on Bitcoin. Ain't no way. I'm be using this computer till it's dead. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Browser can't access your screen. Why not? What is he talking about? So I'm getting strange messages. Hold on real quick. I'm getting strange messages. Hold on real quick. Let me see. What's going on with this shit? Wait a minute. See. And then sometimes they just have pop-ups. And like these pop-ups is like unstoppable. All right, there you go. Yeah, they had, whoo, man, that was a challenge. Good Lord, have mercy. That was ridiculous. Sheesh. All right, let's get it. Forget the magnificent 7. These MAGA 7 stocks have soared since Trump's election. All right, so get your paper out. Get your pencils out. Let's take a look at these and see if we're already checking some of these out. These are the stocks that have reacted the most to Donald Trump's presidential election victory. All right. You see these companies right here? Williams Sonoma, AppLovin, MicroStrategy, Tesla, Coinbase, Robinhood, and I don't know what this U is. So those are the ones that have reacted the most to the Trump presidency. So here go the symbols right here. So we should write these symbols down. I think we got some of these though. See? You guys hear that? I got my pen and my paper too. See, I don't just tell somebody some stuff and then I'm not gonna do it. I'm right here with y'all doing it. See? Got the paper right there, a little post-it note, and I got the pen. Let's go. Let's get it. So we got APP. We got Tesla, TSLA. We got Hood. Shout out to the Hood. Where the hood at? On Robinhood. Oh, man. UI, whatever that is. I'm not sure what UI is. Coinbase. I think that BTC US dollar, that's just Bitcoin US dollar. MicroStrategies, we already know we follow MicroStrategies. And WSM. I don't know what WSM is. So we got some stocks that are on our list that's not on this list here. Like Mara Holdings, not on that list. Clean Sparks, not on that list. Right? So we got some stocks on our list that's not on that list. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said that UI is Ubiquity Incorporated. What do they do, bro? I'm not familiar with them. So let me know what they do. The Magnificent 7 stocks have captured the attention of traders and dominated the market in recent years as the price of their shares has soared and their market capitalizations have hit 1 trillion and more. All right. As Donald Trump returns to the White House, a new roster of stocks has become popular with traders and racked up significant gains since the presidential election. Think of them as the MAGA 7. All right. So we're going to think of these as the MAGA 7. These stocks trading on U.S. exchanges had market caps of 15 billion or higher on November 5th. Some of these companies are related, either directly or indirectly, to Trump or his administration's policies. Others are riding a bull market wave. So do you guys see how politics and business go hand in hand? That's all politics is just a big wash and repeat cycle value chain. So if you pay attention to what's going on, you can kind of tell where all of the money is going to go. So you just put your basket right there so you can collect. Their share prices have seen the biggest percentage increases since Trump won the election. All right, AppLovin, app monetization company AppLovin Corporation has seen its stocks rise by 103%. So these are cryptocurrency numbers right here. These are crypto returns. This is what I'm talking about. AppLovin has seen its stock rise by 107.3% since Trump won the presidential election. Its market capitalization has hit $114.9 billion. Okay. Lifted by upbeat earnings revisions and the success of the company's AI-powered Axon advertising recommended engine. So they use AI. Okay. AppLovin has also seen better than expected early data from a recent e-commerce pilot, according to Chief Executive Adam Ferrari. Advertisers involved in the pilot are seeing substantial returns. Ferrari said during a conference call to discuss the company's recent third quarter results. Analyst firm Benchmark recently initiated coverage of AppLovin with a buy rating and a $375 price target. Let me ask you guys this question, right? What is their price right now? What is the price of AppLovin right now? They have a price target of $375. Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment. Smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment. Hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. 338. All right. So what did they say the target was? 375. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that as a price target? We have to keep an eye on them. We'll have to keep an eye on them. They might have some future potential. You know what I'm saying? We talking about 375. To me, like, I could get Ripple. I'm looking at that like I could buy some Ripple. You know what I'm saying? In order for me to look at some of these, they got to either have the type of philosophy that's consistent with something I'm interested in, like a MicroStrategies and a lot of the mining companies, or a Bitcoin ETF, or significant future price. And that we gotta further investigate that. At least for me. You know what I'm saying? At least for me. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, "You're so spoiled by crypto." Yeah, bro. Yeah, for real talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to crypto returns. So when I see something like, I'm like, yeah, I could just buy Ripple. I could just buy Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the reasons why I'm interested in MicroStrategy is because MicroStrategies outperform Bitcoin. That's what. Oh, okay. They outperform Bitcoin. Let me see what's going on with them. If it's not moving like that, nah, I'm all right. And see, because I'm crypto. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really shaken by volatility. You know what I'm saying? Like the volatility doesn't really bother me. I'm not about to invest in a volatile asset that's only going to appreciate $40. Like that's the future price that we're looking at. Like I can't do that one. but I'm open-minded though. You know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to look more into it. And I'm sure it might be something convincing later on. So, you know, we'll see. Still gonna keep this one, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep an eye out on this one. Key catalysts include continued advancements in its Axion AI technology, which not only enable the company to expand into new verticals like e-commerce and connected TV, but also drive substantial growth within its core advertising business and mobile gaming, wrote benchmark analyst Mike Hickey. Together, these areas present significant revenue growth and profitability expansion opportunities for 2025 and beyond. Shout out to Robinhood. All right. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like Robinhood as a crypto platform, but they got a lot of stocks on there. You know what I'm saying? Robinhood. All right. How many people invest in Robinhood? If you invest in Robinhood, give me a thumbs up. If you don't invest in Robinhood, give me a thumbs down. I think I got some Coinbase, but I don't have Robinhood though. I'm not investing in Robinhood. I'm thinking about investing in Robinhood. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it yet. On election night, Robinhood Markets Incorporated increased. No, I didn't do that. My bad. That's the ticker symbol. On election night, Robinhood Markets Incorporated reports its busiest ever overnight trading session for equities. The online brokerage has also been touted as a major beneficiary of changes to crypto trading under the new Trump administration. Set against this backdrop, Robinhood stock has soared by 92% since the presidential election, and its market cap has grown from $22 billion on election day to $42.56 billion. Yeah, 42.56 billion. So Robinhood stock soared 92% since the presidential election. That's what I'm talking about right there. 92% increase. Yeah, Robinhood definitely getting put on the list. You know what I'm saying? Robinhood's definitely getting put on the list. If you guys think that Robinhood should get put on the watch list, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, then give me a thumbs down. The outcome of the U.S. presidential election and President-elect Trump's subsequent nomination of several pro-crypto advocates to cabinet positions catapulted Bitcoin to record levels. Mizuho security analyst Dan Dolev wrote in a recent note, a more crypto-friendly administration with a less stringent regulatory attitude is likely to drive faster Bitcoin adoption, which we expect to drive increased levels of crypto trading activity across a broader array of users. Now, I want you guys to give me your best translation of what this means. Yeah, shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker says you'll see more traders in these next 4 years. Yeah, I agree, bro. If you guys agree with Black Free Thinker, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Now, here's my question for you guys. If what Black Free Thinker is saying is true, what will that do for the price? Not only of Robinhood stock, but of cryptocurrency. So yeah, and then they talk about a 92% return. I'm definitely throwing that on one of my lists. That's the type of returns I'm talking about right there. That is absolutely the type of return that I'm talking about. While the rising tide should lift all boats near term, we continue to prefer HOOD to coin for investors looking for medium to long-term exposure to crypto tailwinds. That's interesting. They prefer HOOD to coin. MicroStrategy. Probably most of us are dealing with MicroStrategy. How many of you all are dealing with MicroStrategies? If you're dealing with MicroStrategies, give me a thumbs up. If you're not dealing with MicroStrategies, give me a thumbs down. Full disclosure, I'm dealing with MicroStrategies. Facts. Shout out to Windows and Rug. Windows and Rug said most people going to lose money trading. Robinhood is definitely going to eat off that. Facts. Shout out to Maine. Shout out to Carlton Wait. Yeah, man. Yeah, MicroStrategies, that's one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? We mess with MicroStrategies. You know what I'm saying? MicroStrategies, business software company and cryptocurrency play MicroStrategy Incorporated, is another MAGA 7 winner amid expectations of a crypto-friendly Trump White House. Last year, when he was on the campaign trail, Trump vowed to build a strategic Bitcoin reserve if he won the election. He also vowed to turn America into the crypto capital of the internet. What? And the Bitcoin superpower of the world if elected. MicroStrategy has held Bitcoin as its primary treasury reserve asset since 2020 and has been aggressively buying the cryptocurrency. Earlier this month, the company announced a capital raise of $2 billion to strengthen its balance sheet and acquire more Bitcoin. MicroStrategy's stock has increased 71.4% since November 5th. Its market cap is now $97.73 billion. All right. MicroStrategy stock has increased 71.4% since November 5th. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. 74.1%. You know what I'm saying? Its market cap is now $97.73 billion. Tesla, all right? Electric vehicle giant Tesla is one of the highest profile Trump trades on this list. Thanks to CEO Elon Musk's close relationship with the new president. Musk threw his support behind Trump's presidential campaign last year, donating an estimated $200 million. You see that? Or more to the campaign and appearing at several rallies with Trump. Following the election, Trump appointed Musk co-head of the new Department of Government Efficiency Initiative. The SpaceX and Tesla chief certainly appears to have Trump's ear. Earlier this month, the then president-elect seemed to side with Musk in a debate about HB1 immigration visas going against Trump's base. Now, again, let's actually deal with this right here. How is HB1 immigration visa going against Trump's base? Somebody explain that to me. Let's phrase the question a different way. How many of you all in the comment section believe that the HB1 visa is against what Trump is doing as far as these quote unquote mass deportation operations? Anybody got any answer? Anybody let me know. Set against this backdrop, Tesla stock has risen by 69.6, and its market cap has grown to a whopping 1.37 trillion. Tesla is the only Magnificent 7 stock that is also a MAGA 7 stock. All right, 69.6, that's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, I got to agree. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton says they're two different things. Yeah, I would agree. So here's my question. Where'd the outrage come from? Why is everybody outraged? Shout out to Maine. Maine said deporting illegal immigrants isn't the same as being opposed to legal immigrants who need to have a skill. Yeah, I agree 100%. What did you guys notice? Why was everybody on YouTube why was everybody pushing that narrative? I think it's weird. On YouTube, everybody was pushing the narrative. See, Trump here went back on his word. Trump here went back on his word. How did he go back on his word? I think that a lot of people went back on their word by not getting themselves where they could be competitive and qualified to do these jobs, these tech jobs. Shout out to Maine. Maine said because Vivek roasted PC people, and PC people can dish out pain but want to be the victim. Hey. I noticed, but it was interesting though. It was a lot of black people that threw themselves into that thing and made it like Vivek was talking about us. If Vivek wanted to talk about us in this regard, he'd be like, what percentage of this do y'all make up? Like less than 0.0, less than a Satoshi? You know what I'm saying? Vivek would have been like, nah, I'm talking to the people that actually do these jobs. You know what I'm saying? If he was talking to us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was definitely talking about PC people. And I think Elon Musk joined in with him. You know how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of Vivek Ramaswamy, but I don't think he was wrong about this. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was wrong about this. And a lot of people didn't like it. And they didn't like it because they just like, They didn't like it because they just like, They the exact same as us, you know what I'm saying? Except for they got a support system. That's the only difference. You know what I'm saying? They got a support system. If it wasn't for the support system, man, they just like us. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's a flex. I'm just saying it as a statement. Shout out to Carlton before Carlton get me, right? I don't know if that's a flex. I don't know if saying that is a flex. I don't think it's a flex. I don't think it's a flex at all. I don't think we should be like them. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people nowadays is what they pride themselves on it in different ways. You know what I'm saying? And then try to act like they don't. I'm gonna put an American flag by everything. People stomp in the yard, you know what I'm saying? You anti-American. If you don't like America, you need to go back to where you come from. Oh, that's we saying that now? We saying that now? We beating our chest and saying that now? Man, the world upside down, man. The world is upside down. It's a lot of things that I could say to somebody, man, but I definitely couldn't form my mouth and say that to him. You know what I'm saying? My man John Guillory took a nap. He fresh. So fresh and so clean. You know what I'm saying? So fresh and so clean. All right, so we got Ubiquity here. Ooh, hold on real quick, man. Did that say 220%? Wait a minute. Yeah, Ubiquity. We're going to have to look at this for sure. Ubiquity is another big gainer, continuing a raise that began long before the election. The network technology company's stock has soared 224.04% over the past 12 months, buoyed by record revenues in the last 2 fiscal quarters. Against this backdrop, Ubiquity stock has increased by 56% and also hit a 52-week high last week. The company's performance has captured analyst attention. BWS Financial, we got to find some of these places, BWS Financial, we got to find them and get these reports. You know what I'm saying? To 10Ks in the investor notes and all that stuff. Recently raised its Ubiquity price targets to 440 from 385, citing December quarter results that could be better than expected. All right. Yeah, we're going to definitely be checking this one out. How many of y'all think that we should check this one out? If you guys think that we should check this one out, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, give me a thumbs down. Now, look at this. One of the things that I like about crypto.com is that on crypto.com, you can sell your crypto, like, you know what I'm saying? If you got a bunch of meme coins like me and you be playing with the meme coins, you can sell them bad boys and you can buy the stock right on there with the, you know what I'm saying, with the proceeds from the sale. You could do that with Robinhood too, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Robinhood ain't really set. Robinhood sells crypto, but they're not set up for crypto. You know what I'm saying? Robinhood is for a person who buys stock and wants to, they want to buy a couple little crypto. You know what I'm saying? Crypto.com is for a crypto person that wants to buy a little bit of stock. You know what I'm saying? They're two different, those are two different type of people. I'm the crypto person that wants to buy a little bit of stock. You know what I'm saying? I want my airdrops. You know what I'm saying? I want my staking. You know what I'm saying? I want all that. You know what I'm saying? And they got a couple of stocks. Okay, I could buy MicroStrategies right here. That's cool. I could buy Mara Holdings right here. That's cool. I don't need all that other stuff, though. Robinhood is for the exact opposite type of person of me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't have no problem with Robinhood. I don't think Robinhood is bad at all. So I'm not, when I, talk about my preference, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Robinhood's not a good company. I'm also not saying that Coinbase is not a good company either, because they are. You know what I'm saying? And props got to be given to Coinbase because they was the OGs, right? But I like crypto.com. I think that they've innovated the best, and unfortunately their customer service is trash. You know what I'm saying? Coinbase customer service is trash too, though. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? You better never hope you got to deal with their customer service. Coinbase, like Robinhood, crypto trading portal Coinbase Global looks set to receive a boost from the Trump administration's cryptocurrency strategy. In addition to his crypto-friendly campaign pledges, Trump has nominated crypto advocate Paul Atkins to chair the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The post-election backdrop for Coinbase, with a meaningful receleration of trading volumes and sharply higher crypto valuations, Raymond James analyst. So this must be a company, Raymond James. All right, we got to find them and, you know what I'm saying, get the info from them. Patrick O'Shaughnessy wrote in a recent note, the incoming administration has signaled a more favorable regulatory environment for the crypto space, reawakening crypto animal spirits, and apparently removing a long-standing regulatory overhang. It's not just apparently, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like that's what is going on. Carlton, crazy. Carlton said crypto.com is offering free crypto.com is offering free tickets to basketball games. Who they trying to attract? I don't know, man. Who be paying for basketball tickets? I don't know if we classify for that one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we classify for that one. You know what I'm saying? What's up with William Sonoma? Anybody know anything about William Sonoma? I don't know. You know, I don't know who they trying to get with them basketball games. I don't know. I don't be seeing a lot of us at the basketball game. I be seeing a lot of us on the court. It'd be more of us on the court than to do, you know what I'm saying, in the stands at the basketball game. You know what I'm saying? We more likely to be playing in the game, you know what I'm saying, than we likely to be watching the game. You know, in any situation, we always at work. That's the situation that we in. That's the situation that we got to change. While other people enjoying their leisure, we hard at work. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of the people in the stands out there sweating or none of that. They just sitting up there getting drunk. And then buying the tickets and mad because they bought the tickets. Nobody told you to buy them tickets. You think that the NBA is so damn woke, don't go to the game. But you went to the game just to say that it's woke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't make it up. So what does Williams Sonoma do? Because I can't tell. I couldn't tell you. I'm not going to know anything about Williams Sonoma until I get finished reading this paragraph. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. They got cutlery, cooking utensils, and small appliances. That's interesting. And they got them grouped up with these. Huh. Though Williams Sonoma cannot be described as a Trump trade, shares of the home goods retailer have skyrocketed since the presidential election in November. The stock has been hitting all-time highs, recently boosted by market share gains and better than expected profit and revenue. This has been achieved despite what the company has described as a difficult environment. Speaking during the conference call to discuss Williams Sonoma's recent third quarter results, CEO Laura Alber said that the company's strategy of focusing on returning to growth, enhancing customer service, and driving earnings is working. Okay, I don't necessarily know about this one here. This one here might actually end up getting sat out by me. For real. This ain't my thing right here. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think? How many of y'all are interested in this one? And don't say that you're not interested in it because of me, because I know some of y'all are interested. I know some of y'all are interested. Morgan Stanley recently raised its Williams Sonoma price target of $170, raised the price target to $170, citing the company's steady top line and continued margin strength. This, according to Morgan Stanley's analyst Simon Gutman, shows Williams Sonoma delivering against the company's plan. San Francisco-based company stock is up 50.4% since November 5th, taking its market valuation to $24.97 billion. Now we should look at this when to retire because this is for investors with $1 million. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure we do all that exclusive stuff because it's there. Right? We got to make sure that we do all that exclusive stuff because it's there. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to leave not one exclusive thing not taken advantage of. We getting the box seats at the game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said home essentials as well. Maine said it look okay. I'm not downing or upping. What do y'all think, man? Is it a go? Is it a go? Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. I got to update my list. Let me see. Hold on real quick. There we go. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, hold up. All right. All right. If you guys haven't smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment. Smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And please share the stream to your social media. All right. See what we got here. Y'all say a shout out to John. It looks interesting. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll add it to the list.
Bitcoin is the top trender this morning. Bitcoin prices under a bit of pressure. Now, this comes following President Trump's inaugural address yesterday, where he failed to mention Bitcoin in the speech. Of course, many on the street are waiting for some executive order action when it comes to crypto and the policies there. Yahoo Finance's senior reporter, Alexandra Canal, is closely tracking this. And I guess the good news is we're off the lows that we saw yesterday.
Yeah, we're off the lows and we're still above $100,000 a coin. Now, there has been quite a bit of bullishness when it comes to Trump and the crypto markets. Bitcoin, one of the biggest beneficiaries since Trump's election, but we have seen this bumpy path over the past few months. And the retreat that we're seeing today comes as investors have been hoping for a crypto push in that first wave of executive orders. That didn't happen. You also had the Trump.
Hey, shout out to John. Y'all see that? You see that, Carlton? John said that they just dropped they just listed the Trump meme coin on Coinbase. You might get that $100 Trump coin after all. We'll see. We need them to forget Trump, man. We need them to put Crow with Knife on there. For real, for real. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying? We need Crow with Knife on there.
And Melania meme coins that debuted over the weekend, generating significant buzz, billions of dollars worth of value. Since then, it seems like analysts and crypto watchers have been split on how these meme coins could potentially impact the entire industry. On the one hand, it fuels this crypto optimism that we've seen throughout Trump's campaign, that regulatory environment will continue to remain positive. But there's also the risk that these types of coins could undermine the overall credibility of crypto. That being said, though, industry leaders seem to believe that executive orders are coming. But this does speak to the volatility that Trump can often create when his actions don't immediately line up with his rhetoric. So it's going to take some tangible actions, some clear regulations to boost Bitcoin and other cryptos over the long term. So something that investors are clearly keeping a keen eye on.
And it's not the only currency people are keeping an eye on this morning. Of course, the dollar is still under pressure following that inaugural address. What can you tell us about what that indicates about market sentiment?
Yeah, so
shout out to Win Lose the Rug. Win Lose the Rug said Win Lose the Rug said Trump said he didn't know much about the meme coin. I bet you he said that. I don't know much about that. I don't know. There's some people that did something and they asked me if they could use my name. And I said, sure. You already know what he said. You already know what he said. It was some people that was making a meme coin, and they asked me if they could use me. I don't know why they asked me, but they asked me could they use me. Then it's the strangest thing. Then they asked could they use my family. They asked could they use Melania. They asked could they use Barron. I said sure. They said that they would give me some coins. I took the coins. I don't know who these people are. I don't know anything about it. Oh man, Trump's so predictable, man. He's so predictable.
The U.S. dollar is greatly tied to Trump's tariff policy, and we did not get that broad-based universal tariff hike on day one that led to a pullback in the dollar from a nearly 2-year high. Trump did say that he's considering a 25% tariff on both Mexico and China beginning February 1st. So tariffs still expected to come, just not at the pace previously anticipated. And again, it's that weighing of Trump's actions with his words. Morgan Stanley pointed to this in a note out this morning, writing that vigilance is warranted as the U.S. policy path could evolve quickly. Now, the reason a strong dollar can be concerning is that it weighs on earnings growth for companies that do business overseas. That often has a ripple effect into the broader stock market. So something to look out for on these calls this earnings season, especially as we're really in the thick of it right now. And it's something a lot of executives are keeping an eye on.
And Ali, you're also closely watching DJT.
Yes,
it's been a beat
always
over the last several months. Certainly some volatility there with that stock as President Trump takes the White House. What can we expect there just in terms of how this is going to play out?
Yeah, this is a big TBD factor for me. DJT, it's the parent company of Trump's Truth Social app. And the president has communicated a lot of his plans, his thoughts, even his grievances through this app. So this is likely to be his main form of communication. He has been reinstated on X. And to that point, there have been rumors that maybe X could acquire Truth Social, given Trump's close relationship with Elon Musk. But this is a company that is completely lacking in fundamentals. And now that he's in office, the future is a bit unclear. The stock had previously been viewed as this parameter of Trump's election odds. And currently the performance, it has been pretty steady. It's still trading around the levels that we saw on election day. And I think this speaks to the memification of Trump and his name, whether you think of a stock like DJT or even the meme coins that we were just discussing. But yes, DJT is the big unknown out there, especially when it comes to the stock price. But again, we're still right around those levels that we saw when Trump beat Kamala Harris.
That's interesting. You know what? I'm actually going to add DJT to the list just because I'm curious. I'm going to just add DJT to the list. Now, you know, speaking of adding coins to Coinbase, right? You know, it's interesting. Adding coins to Coinbase, it only works for certain coins. There's a meme coin. I got this meme coin. It's called Floki, right? And they added it to Coinbase. And when they added Floki to Coinbase, it didn't really do much. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember. Did they put Turbo on Coinbase? Let me know in the comment section if they put Turbo on Coinbase or not. I think they put Turbo on Coinbase. That didn't do much either. You know what I'm saying? Like that didn't do too much either. Yeah, shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Shout out to John Guillory. Sometimes you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the whole Coinbase effect, if you ask me, it works for some, and then it don't work for others. Now, when they put Pepe on Coinbase, it blew up. When they put Mog on Coinbase, Mog blew up. But everything don't blow up when it go on Coinbase, though.
Inauguration yesterday, I did not hear crypto mentioned once in the president's inaugural address. We did not see any executive orders in the first 24 hours related to crypto. Is this concerning to you that it's not as much of a priority for the...
Real quick, shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media.
President, as he said it was during the campaign?
Not at all. I think he made a very clear campaign promise. And ultimately, there are a lot of things to get done in the first 24 hours. And we're not even through the first 24 hours in terms of all of the different things, getting the offices set up, moving forward with all of the different priorities. I believe crypto is absolutely still one of those top priorities. And we'll see movement on that in the very near future, whether it's today, tomorrow. They have a lot of executive orders to get through. But the president has been very clear on his vision for crypto. And I think we'll see that manifest in the next few hours, days.
Kara, I'm also curious about the Trump token that was launched over the last couple of days because the volume was staggering, and you did see the market value reach to be as much as a fourth of the value of the BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF. So just a tremendous size here. When you're making decisions about how to list tokens, is there going to be a big difference moving forward now that the rules might also change along with it? And when you see volumes of that size, does Coinbase move to consider listing it more quickly?
Yeah, I think what we've really tried to do is a token agnostic. We have a very clear listing process that we adhere to for every asset when it comes onto the.
Now, what's interesting about this, not only is the Trump coin on Coinbase, but crypto.com started a Trump coin campaign app program. How many people noticed that when they logged onto crypto.com? They got a Trump coin app campaign program for Trump coin on crypto.com.
The potential platform, and that includes security, compliance, the legal parameters. So we're very careful in how we analyze those different types of assets. We did list the asset on Saturday, and we have seen volumes. We're the most trusted platform, and so we have gone through that process. And ultimately, I think it just really shows the exuberance of both the community for Trump, but also demonstrates that Trump's really excited about crypto right now, and I think he will carry that forward in the first 100 days. We're seeing that, again, play out with his nominations. I think it's very clear that he has a pretty straightforward litmus test for some of these nominees to make sure that they do, that they, they recognize his vision and they want to carry it out.
Tara, one more on the Trump and Melania coins that Shanali asked about. We talked to Zeke Fox, author of Number Go Up, a little earlier, our colleague here at Bloomberg News, and he made the point that this announcement, this launch, these launches were not necessarily treated with open arms across the crypto industry. Do you see it as a plus or a minus, as a positive or a negative when it comes to the crypto industry?
Well, I think it hit with such a big bang that it got a lot of attention. It got attentions from all different parts of the political spectrum, from everybody in the ecosystem, everybody who is asking, all right, how are we going to deal with all of these different assets? And I think what it did is actually shine a bright light on the fact that we do want to have some regulatory clarity. We do want to have clear understanding of when assets are listed and what kind of compliance requirements you have. So I think that what it did for us, certainly with Coinbase, and for I think many in the industry, is underscore the need to work with Congress on a bipartisan basis, work with the regulators as they're coming into office to really make sure that we really on behalf of customers and investors worldwide, they know what they're getting. They know what to expect. They know the rules of the road.
Kara, as the largest U.S. exchange, what are you watching for? Because anybody who's watching the crypto universe here, there's a lot to really unravel with this new administration, as well as the new picks that they put at the heads of major regulatory bodies. So if you had to narrow it down to one thing, what would it be for you?
Cooperation. I think that's the one thing that is going to be a massive game changer for the next 6 months. We have regulators now. And that includes the CFTC, the SEC. Don't forget the prudential regulators. That's going to be a major part when we think about how do we unwind some of the really disastrous policies that have been put in place that have actually debanked many parts of this industry. And so I think that cooperation that will happen on the regulatory side, along with the legislators. You've got a great foundation in the House with the bill that passed last year. I think we have seen that will likely evolve in some way. But now you have the Senate also working together and in tandem with the House, with the regulators. I think the cooperation is going to be the single biggest game changer that will move the ball forward in the next 100 days. And I think I'm very bullish that we'll see legislation in the next 6 months and passed into law and signed to the president's desk.
I think it's.
So she's saying there's going to be a 6-month time frame. Now, here's the thing, right? Let me ask you guys this question. How do you guys feel about this quote unquote alleged 6-month time frame that she's talking about? Honestly, I think that the 6-month time frame is a good thing. That's crazy. Shout out to John Guillory. John says the VThor token is going ham. It's at 279%. That's crazy. What's causing that 279% increase in price right now? What do you guys think? We need to investigate that and see what's going on with that. What's causing that? What's up with Crow with Knife? Is Crow with Knife still moving? I'm trying to get out the game. I'm trying to get out the game. Yo, between the 1 MLG almost got 1% of all the Crow with Knife tokens. One MLG almost got 1% of all the Crow with Knife tokens. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. We will have 1% by the end of the year.
It's very fair to say that there are many out there who argue too that there needs to be consumer protections in place within the industry. What consumer protections would you want to see?
Yeah, well, at its core, putting in place a market structure regime in the SEC and the CFTC, that is really about extending consumer protections in a meaningful way, really from a regulator.
It's up 46%. Is it really? Let me ask y'all this. Yo, what's the 24-hour volume on it? She looked like she took a hit off some nice sativa right there. She looked like she took a hit off some nice sativa. Like she took a big lung full of some loud.
At the federal level, right? Now, a company like Coinbase, we have 45 money transmission licenses, we have a BIT license, we have a trust charter, we have a broker-dealer license under the SEC, we have licenses under the CFTC, we have international licenses. What we really need to do is have a federal regulator for these that work together and that can actually make sure that those consumer protections are extended across the country, no matter where you live. You know where to go, you know what the rules are, and then more importantly, every player in this ecosystem has to play by the same rules. That, I think, is core to any kind of investor or consumer protections going forward.
All right, so there's that. All right. Hold on real quick. Of course, they're going to do me like this. All right, there we go. Crypto industry embraces Trump. Let me see. Hold on real quick. What is this? They posted this up 9 hours ago. Bloomberg TV. We should, I'm going to say this actually. Let me throw this back here. Throw this back here. Okay. Oh, see, now I want you guys, now see, shout out to what John said, right? John said when I last looked at it, it was 181,000. Now it's up to 941 on the road to 1 million. I want you guys to see what I'm saying. Do you guys see what I'm saying about how that 24-hour volume is like the 24-hour volume is vital to the price? It's vital to the percent changes. All assets are very sensitive to those 24-hour volumes. Now, the low criteria, when I'm telling you guys about like how I look at things for the very low criteria, do it make sense now? If it makes sense now, give me a thumbs up. If it don't make sense, give me a thumbs down. You know, usually we be up late, man. You know what I'm saying? We be up real late at night. You know what I'm saying? It's only 11:30. Now it's 949,000. It's probably gonna hit. It's gonna hit 1 million, and then it's gonna tank because it's gonna go back to going down to like 500,000. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what got it up so high today. We usually be up real late. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I think we might. I might do a late night stream because it's more stuff that I want to talk about, but I don't want to make the stream like as long as they've been, so that, you know what I'm saying, like, so, you know, we could get some good replay views, right? And I want to do a stream on undocumented. I want to do a stream on undocumented, and I want to do a stream on Magatron. How many people subscribe to the Magatron channel? If you subscribe to the Magatron channel, give me a thumbs up. If you're not, give me a thumbs down. If the mods could put the link in the chat for Magatron and for undocumented, I'd appreciate it. It might be one of them days where y'all get a stream every 4 hours until I gotta go. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of stuff that I want to get out. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that I want to get out. So shout out to everybody who came through. I appreciate y'all. Let me shout out the stream sponsors. Of course, you know what I'm saying? We got to get the computer to start working. All right. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen, you know what I'm saying? Killing it out here. And she, you know what I'm saying, through that She threw that goal on her back.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching dimes.
She threw that goal on her back. Shout out to you, Brooklyn Queen. I appreciate you. Gotta hit her with the again.
Again! How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching dimes.
Shout out to Brooklyn Queen again.
Again!
My man John Guillory ran it back. Shout out to John. My man John Guillory hit us up with one before the nap. You know what I'm saying? And he hit us one after the nap.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching dimes.
Definitely appreciate it, bro. And then he hit us he hit us with the after nap. You know what I'm saying? The after nap 5.
Again!
Shout out to y'all, man. We hit the goal. You know what I'm saying? So y'all already know, you know what I'm saying? This was a call-in show, but you know what I'm saying? Nobody called in, but it's all good though. We're going to try to run it back tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to run it back tomorrow. And like I said, on the other streams, I'm going to try to do it where it's a call-in show too. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all been hitting the goals. So, you know, we're going to do that. And it's almost February, man. The BLR2 should be back in March. I thought it was going to be late February, but it should be in March. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the stream. All right. Make sure that you're subscribed. Hit the bell icon twice. Feed the liquidity. All right. It's 50% off of the Patreon. Everything helps. So check out the Patreon. Even if you don't end up becoming a paid member, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon anyway, just to get an extra notification. Hit the Discord link. All right. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
run for it, run. Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Sign my deal, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping off just an unfamiliar coordinates. Hopped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red, it's not one trillion. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, you're right. West side, born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound, got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron, better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it, trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life, don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you're right. Real all in my blood supply. To get ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. If I say it twice, then I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. You know, co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.